that you commonly
Yep.
forget.
Yeah, I wanted to put the introductions for the broadcast. And oh, yes, now we're on air. So welcome to Rendezvous at Ord Mantell. This is a part of the Shadow of the Broker modular pickup game campaign. This adventure I did not write. It was original WEG system adventure that was adapted by Donovan Morningfire from the Fantasy Flight Games SWRPG forums. And so we've got a couple of new people, some old faces as well, and if you guys can introduce your characters for the rest of the group. We can start with you, Balkan.
All right, well, the great and illustrious Balkan and his superior intellect has proven himself several times over to be of service to the broker, and as he has been working with the rebellion and using their contacts to keep himself from being captured by the criminal underworld, who have also need of his grand intellect, he has developed his talents and, frankly, can just... If it involves his intellect, he probably already knows it, or will know it soon enough. But yeah, his brains will be of use to the group once again.
All right, cool. Tex?
All right. A hard-boiled cop from a hard-boiled system. The Corellian system. An officer of the peace with a taste for war and a knack for getting the job done any way he can. Booted from the force for finally stepping over the line one too many times, he seeks justice and fortune in the murky reaches of the Outer Rim. Tex Meeg is none of those things. Well, almost none. He is a cop, and yes, he was booted from his job. He wasn't a bad cop so much as he wasn't a particularly effective one. Tex had a problem, you see, with being mean to people. He couldn't really find it in him. Either way, his policing days were over when his partner found Tex buying a drink for the felon he just apprehended. Tavon the Bloodthirsty seemed really upset. I couldn't just leave him like that. Tex now travels the hyperlanes of the Outer Rim looking for a good cause, any good cause, to share in his own special brand of justice.
Sounds cool.
I just thought that all up off the top of my head. Right
oh, wow.
No, it was written down.
That's what it says. Like, huh.
So he's an ex-cop who's kind of an idiot, but he's got a good heart.
Awesome.
And hopefully good aim.
Oh, he's got really good aim. He's got 3 eyes. He's a Gran, you see. So normal.
Cool. All right, Shorebecca.
Okay, so Shorebecca fought the Empire whenever they conquered Kashyyyk, but there was little that his race could do against the might of the Imperial forces and Darth Vader himself. Shorebecca and many of his friends tried to stop Vader from reaching Jedi Masters Kinto and Kali, and their young son Galen, but the Wookiees were no match. Shorebecca was simply force-pushed from the giant Worshir tree, I think that's right, Worshir, to fall to his doom. He survived, however, and found himself in chains when he awoke. 2 decades of hard labor followed until Shorebecca and other slaves finally found a lapse in Imperial security that made an escape seem possible. In the end, though, Shorebecca saw his friend slain again, and only he escaped. Now he works as a hired gun wherever he can, but dreams of retaking Kashyyyk. The rebel victory at Yavin astounded him, but after seeing the brutality of the Empire, he cannot bring himself to believe they will succeed.
Do you need a hug?
It is a little sad.
Yeah, good job with the true pronunciation. I don't think any of us have the right vocal cords for it.
Yeah.
Though, can we hear your best Wookiee roar?
Oh, please no. I was worried people would ask. I don't have much, but I'm just a no, that's even bad. That's so horrible.
You gotta do that for everything you say in character. You're allowed to type it, but you've got to do
the
I think I tried in a previous adventure, and it sounded more like a Murloc from WoW, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Fenn?
So Fenn is a second son of a prominent lawyer from one of the main Bothan colonies, and has sort of the typical second son syndrome. He's always was in his older brother's shadow, so he decided to stick it out on his own. And he fortunately still had a good relationship with his brother, got some venture capital from him and from his various associates, and and so he's now out on the rim trying to make his fortunes. He's just started to turn profitable, primarily with some help from a mysterious benefactor called the Broker, and now is hoping to both pay back his original venture capital and make a nice heap of credits for himself.
All right, awesome. And Leslie, are you still in the actual app?
I'll get back in the app.
All right, no worries. If you can just introduce your character real quick.
Okay, my character name is Hank. He doesn't talk a lot. He was trained to be a Jedi. He was getting very close to getting a master and taking part in the Clone Wars. Order 66 came out, and he and a couple of Padawans and younglings were able to escape through the works, where he still lived on Coruscant as a as a bum, crazy man who panhandles for money, and at times he will. Any thugs in the lower level of Coruscant, he may beat them up and take the money and use it to give to the poor and still buy food. So he has learned how to kind of stay out of cover and pick his fights.
Is he like the crazy bum? Like, I can see the future, except he really can.
No, he's not. He portrays to be crazy. Therefore, people will not think that he's a Jedi or Force power or anything like that. But
Classic.
yeah, but initially he's very quiet and he's a man of many words, very few words. He's the kind of person that if he sees evil, he's going to destroy it. He doesn't see any sense of talking to evil people.
Oh wow.
You and I are gonna have a good time.
All right, so I'll read Jasper's bio. I'll just do an excerpt from it. But this is the crew's doctor. He has worked with the Broker very closely. Probably the closest person that you know to the Broker. But Jasper was a young doctor just starting his xenoclinical residency on the outer rim planet of Sluisven. While in the midst of relief efforts after an earthquake, he realized that he could distinctly sense 5 survivors under nearby rubble. As a believer in the anti-Jedi propaganda of the Empire, Jasper was terrified at the sudden evidence of his own Force sensitivity. He tried to get fellow relief workers to check that area again, but resources couldn't be allocated on what Jasper feigned as a simple hunch. Unwilling to push any further, the young physician felt each of the 5 deaths below his feet with sickening finality. He soon fell into a deep depression and lost his hospital job. He was forced to scrounge for work as an on-call medic for members of the criminal underworld. He soon discovered that his Force sensitivity also aided the process of wound healing, enabling him to often forego the use of medicine while administering first aid. Unfortunately, the combination of surplus medical supplies and ongoing depression quickly spiraled into an addiction to stim packs and other painkillers. So that is your medic.
Sort of a
I feel so much
Cade
better.
Skywalker type.
What was that?
Sort of like a Cade Skywalker type.
Well, without the combat efficiency and charm.
Yeah,
So
he
better.
usually just runs away.
All right, so you guys find yourselves on the planet of Ord Mantell. Ord Mantell was known as the heart of the Bright Jewel since it orbited the blue star Bright Jewel at the center of the Bright Jewel system. The planet was famous for its thick outer cometary cloud, which glowed with a pinkish cast when viewed from space, ensuring its place as a site of the blockade runners' derby for nearly 100 years. Mountains and islands were the distinct features of Ord Mantell's terrain. Almost every landmass on the planet was dotted with mountain chains. It's a very, even though it's mid-rim, it feels like an outer rim planet in a lot of ways. It's got a lot of rundown cantinas, a lot of ne'er-do-wells, and you're actually here finishing up a deal for the broker where you have negotiated an arms deal where he is basically smuggling a large cache of weapons into Coronet on Corellia. So that's going according to plan. And actually, you have a couple of other crew members that are at the ship right at this moment. Jokin, who is one of the ace pilots that's flown for the broker on many occasions, and a sniper, a Clatuinian sniper named Canavan. So they're actually at the ship right now, but the rest of you are out celebrating a job well done at the nearby cantina known as Qexi's. And at Qexi's, it's pretty much like any other cantina at the Outer Rim, once again, even though it's a mid-rim planet. But it's pretty much an absolute dive of a cantina filled with the dregs of the galaxy. Most of the current flock of customers consist of humans, though a number of Bothans, Rhodians, and even a couple of Trandoshans are in the mix. Things have been pretty quiet. Everyone's pretty much just involved in their own conversations. But all of a sudden, there's a bit of a hush as a human woman enters the cantina. And from what you can tell, it's quite clear that she is not a local. She actually looks a little roughed up, and she obviously doesn't belong. And as soon as she walks in, she turns, sees your table, and makes a beeline straight for you guys. And the first thing she says is, "I know that you work for the broker." What do you guys say?
What else
Well,
do you
someone's
know?
a bit presumptuous.
And anyone else?
I'll just do a little rumble.
Who would that be, miss?
Look, I don't have much time. I know that the broker has had a deal here, and I have got to get help. I need help.
You guys, I think she's psychic.
Or she's just well connected, like a few too many people in this galaxy.
But how else would she know we work for the broker?
And so she actually smiles and says, "I wasn't quite sure, but thanks for the confirmation."
Well, that gig is up.
She says, "But, I mean, it's quite clear. I mean, look at the rest of these people. I mean, you guys are obviously, not from around here either. But, and as you're looking at her, you can actually see a bruise on one of her cheeks. And so she just says, I just need help. I need to find my ship. And it took me a couple of days to get here. My ship crash landed. I'm an explorer." And so she's starting to ramble just a little bit. And all of a sudden, you hear the doors of the cantina fly open. And she freezes and stares at the door. And there is a large group of men who don't look too happy. And they immediately notice her.
Another cantina brawl. How refreshing. And I just turn around and take another big gulp of my drink.
So, by the way, I just want to say this is not an adventure that I wrote, because one of the things I was thinking of is that I'm not going to start off with a cantina brawl, but this is part of the adventure. So, cantina brawl it is.
Well, where's the light switch?
Lady,
I'm
are
looking for the light switch.
Do you know
It's
these
actually,
guys?
I mean, this cantina is totally dim already. It's, they have power, or they have trouble keeping up with their power bills. Sorry, somebody was saying something. I didn't mean to. Talk over you.
Does she know these guys? I'm like, are these your friends?
No, they're not really my friends. They're the guys that I actually just escaped from. They're from a local gang, and I don't know what they wanted with me, but I just got away from them.
Oh, gangs! I used to work with gangs all the time. I got this.
Well, let's see what they want. Maybe we
So-
can come to an
Agreed.
So she kind of like moves behind you guys, and one of the men walks up and says, "That one there, she comes with us. No questions asked, no problems. Let's just like, no need for any like hardship here for anybody."
How many people are they?
It's 8.
No questions. Afraid that part's not going to work. So, what do you need with this little lady?
And why aren't you friends with her? She seems nice.
If a bit too bossy.
That is a matter between us.
Okay, well, Balkan having experience with people barging into a cantina, he's going to start looking for a back door.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like we've been involved. So, why don't we just talk this out? I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
So actually, if you guys want, you can do a normal 2 difficulty underworld check.
So Balkan just already knows it.
I love rolling dice, so
Oh,
I'll go ahead and fail.
wow.
No!
Oh, wow, 5.
Winning.
I'm pretty
maybe
amazed
you
that
shouldn't
Balkan did not
assume.
get that.
Oh, okay.
So actually, you know that these guys are part of a local protection racket. So not very trustworthy at all. They are not members of any established law enforcement, even though law enforcement is like definitely in air quotes in this town. So yeah, not to be trusted. You can tell.
I, on the other hand, don't know that at all, and I extend my hand and say, "Hi, I'm Tex. What's your
So-
name?"
One of the leader kind of like looks at you a little suspiciously, but he reaches over and shakes your hand. Yes, hello. You must
How
be
does-
new here.
How does he get on with me? I try to charm him. I mean, that's what I'm doing here.
Sure. Actually, go ahead and roll. It's going to be a 3 difficulty charm check.
All right, I like that. All right, I shake his hand, and look sort of like an idiot.
And
Um,
I'm
but
definitely trying to negotiate with them here. I'll go over and I go over and say something next to Tex here. Let me do the talking.
Sure. Go ahead and, even though he failed, use that. He can give you a boost to your negotiate check.
Okay.
So how are you going to negotiate? They want this woman, and by the way, she forgot to introduce herself, but they say Renzi comes with us.
wait, what's a Renzi?
That over there.
Now I'm sure that we
Oh.
can.
Well, you
Fine.
gotta roll a difficulty, not to be a buzzkill.
Yeah. So just roll 3 difficulty for that. And what are you actually doing, Leslie?
That's actually my role for initiative when it gets to the fight. And
No, listen, I'm sure that
only reason why I'm rolling because I'm gonna be away from the keyboard for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
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 I think he can see the future.
Right.
So how about that back door?
All right. So Fen, so yes, you did get a success, but what are you actually negotiating with these guys? I mean, so he firmly wants Renzi to come with. So what are you offering?
Now, essentially, let me figure out how to say this. So, gentlemen, I'm sure that we can come to some sort of equitable arrangement. You're looking for the girl. What is it exactly that you need with her?
So he kind of stares at you, but you guys look like a pretty formidable group. So he's he's not being as overly aggressive as you could tell he's probably used to. So he actually turns to his men, and they begin to whisper just a little bit. And of course, they're shooting, really rude looks over at Renzi. But yeah. And just give me 1 second here.
Now, I'm sure that any scuffle that might occur here would be detrimental for the both of us. I'm sure that there could be something far more profitable involved.
So, and Renzi says, like, look, I told you, like, I'm just an explorer. I just want to get my ship back. And the guys are just like, And so she says, look, I'll pay everyone. And if we can just have, and so she, starts to think, look, I've got 2,000 credits. You guys can split it amongst yourselves, but I just need help finding my craft. And so the guy interrupts her and says, our half right now, and you can go.
Well, that doesn't seem like you're providing a whole lot of protection.
Oh, it's the kind of protection that we provide, all right. And all the guys kind of like stand up, and they've got their hands on their weapons, but they're willing. The guy is definitely willing to let it go, but he wants their half of the payment right now for the privilege of going about your business.
Well, let's see here. New blasters, having to take time to train new men, getting all the scrapes and scruffs out of your armor. I really don't see this coming out very well for you guys if you can't show that you actually can provide protection.
Wait, why does he need new men? He's got a bunch right there.
Oh, I don't think there'll be so many going back if this goes poorly for them.
Are they going with us?
No, they're not. They're not at all. They just want their money, and they'll walk away if they get their half now.
No, I know. I was in character.
Oh. It's like, no. You're paying for the privilege of walking away.
Well, that's
Seems like
hardly
you should
worth
pay
half.
us for the privilege of not dying.
Wait! I can walk. I don't need to pay for that.
Oh dear God!
Silly.
He's
See,
just gonna
they're
start
about to
hitting
be
his head
us.
against the
That's
bar
true.
now.
All right, so
He's had to apparently deal with this for a mission already.
Do I know anything about the going rate for rackets around here?
I
Can I
mean,
use
actually, to
my-
let you guys know, like, yeah, you do. This isn't bad. I mean, they're taking half of the cut, but she's only offering, crap, I'm blanking on what I said, 2,000, right?
2,000.
Yeah.
2,000. So yeah, they want 1,000. That's not bad. I mean, it's still, I mean, in character, you guys are getting paid by the broker, for a separate job being done. So,
Yeah, this is not our thing. This is just like someone walked in and they're like, "Hey, sup? Want 1,000 credits?"
And you guys did win the negotiation roll. I mean, I will say that was, it's, you succeeded. So, what happens is really up to you.
500 and we call it a deal.
Why do we need to pay them at all? Seriously, we've seen far too many of these mooks to be intimidated.
So the guy just shakes his head and says, "Nope, no deal. 1,000 or we take Renzi now."
Wait, I thought you said you weren't friends with her. Why is she gonna go with you? She says you're not your friend.
She has information.
Well, why don't you just ask her, silly Billy?
Oh, we've asked her, and she like whispers, "Oh, they've asked me. I'm not going back with them."
Oh, then hell, I'll protect her just for the information. That's much more valuable than money. To a scientist?
Look, just give us the half of the payment that she is offering, and we'll call it a day.
Call what a day? This is a day? I'm sorry, when this gets obnoxious, just tell me.
Okay,
I'll
so
stop.
Balkan pulls out his blaster, sets it to stun, and aims it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys are all. So we're going into a fight then, right?
Yeah, and I've been more or less intentionally just waiting for someone to say no good. Because my character would be trying to calculate a way out of this, but also preparing for what seems inevitable at this point.
Okay. All right.
Tex
So
is just an idiot. So
everyone, go ahead and roll. And since you guys are prepared, you can do cool or vigilance, whichever one is higher if you choose. That's fine.
I'm not ready. I'm rolling vigilance.
Same for me.
Ooh.
Well, Hank is certainly going first.
Well, you can choose to who goes
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Well, I meant his whatever the PC slot
Oh.
one over.
You guys, like, out of character, let me know that something's going down ahead of time, because my cool roll is way better than my vigilance roll.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I just jot all these down.
I think as an incidental, I'll let out a roar and move between the girl and the mob.
I didn't hear a roar. You called that a roar?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Cantina patrons scatter. They're like, oh shit, the Wookiee's mad.
Or mildly indigested.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. They really scatter. Okay, so
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
oh, and can someone oh, Leslie already rolled. I forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
way down there, and he's got a triumph, and so remind me what do triumphs do?
Free maneuver.
Free maneuver. Okay, good to know. It's
Yeah.
actually the first time I've seen that in an initiative roll.
Yeah. The successes still go first whenever you're counting everything, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget. Does this dice roller count the triumph and success separately?
As a success, yeah.
Well,
It does.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
does.
but does it mark it down as a
Yes.
success in the result?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you guys have 1 slot before the NPCs, and then 4 slots after. So, who do you want to go first?
Balkan shall go. He shall use his mighty intellect. He is going to go ahead and motion at the girl and say, "It might be a good time to take cover now," and then he just flips himself over the bar.
Okay,
And
so
for
she
his-
dives over the bar with you.
Okay, and then for his action, I think he's going to, even though the cantina is very dim, he's going to follow through with an old plan and turn off the lights. Because why the hell not? He's going to cut that power.
Let's say, are you gonna shoot at the lights or something, or?
I think he's going to use his data pad and slicing gear to cut into whatever paltry systems this cantina has and just cut the power through computers.
Wouldn't there just be a light switch behind the bar?
Yeah, unfortunately, this place is so old school. It doesn't even have that. You actually have a physical switch that you need to flip.
God,
That's
what
on the
kind of
opposite
plan are
wall.
we on?
Yeah.
Fine, I guess Balkan's gonna lunge for the switch.
Okay, so I'll let you do that in 1 maneuver, next turn, since you've already had a maneuver.
Well, can he use his action to do that?
Yeah.
Yes, he can. Yes, you are correct. So, and yeah, I'll just say flipping the actual switch is free once you get to it. So, okay, well, you flip the switch, and the lights get slightly dimmer. So I'll say that everyone suffers a setback unless you have something that prevents a setback from
Like
environmental conditions.
3 eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
Suckers.
All right, so these guys pull out their heavy blaster pistols and just start going. And so one group of them shoots over at Balkan because he was the first to move, and
That's where the lady is too, right?
yeah, but she's actually kind of out of sight. He actually got back into sight because he ran over to turn off the lights.
Gotcha. So does he get any cover from being semi behind the bar?
No. Renzi
I
is
have
a
armored
cover
clothing. Don't forget a setback for that.
Okay, so these guys have 2 setbacks. And I will say that you are at medium range from them, so it's 2.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay, so they do hit, and so you take 8 points of damage. Oh, and unfortunately, that's a crit. They use their 3 advantages for a crit, so roll on the crit table.
A good start.
You telling me to?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so 67. Sorry, let me look this up real quick.
And Balkan's wound threshold is 9, so he's pretty much already staggered.
67 is shattered senses. It's remove
Nice.
all boost die from skill checks until the end of the encounter.
Ooh. That's a bad one.
And it's a 2 difficulty crit.
Okay, and so the second group, so you can see they're kind of working like in concert with each other, aka minions. And so the second group is going to, let's see, the Wookiee looks all big and scary, so they're going to shoot at the Wookiee.
Oh.
That's dumb, but okay.
And do you have armored clothing at all, or anything else?
I have padded armor, so no
Okay.
setbacks.
All right, so they have 1 setback die due to the environmental conditions, and I will say that you're actually at short range from them. So here we go.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Okay.
that's a lot of skill, I guess.
So they're going to use the advantage and give a boost die back to the other for the next round. I'm going to say that the Triumph they use. How
about they hit a switch and the lights come back on? Like, I mean, because it's already a goofy thing, so maybe they short out something somewhere and,
I was going to go with they light something on fire so the room's brightened, but either way, the lights still come back on.
That's really cool. I like that.
Okay, so yeah, they light a fire, and so there's a fire spreading at the other end of the cantina that has brought light back. And now it is PC's turn.
All right. So I'll say, hey, that's not nice. Shooting's not nice. And I'll pull out my gun. And flip it to strain damage as an incidental. And incur 2 strain, I think, to get the additional maneuver.
Yep.
And make a true aim maneuver, which is like aim, except it also upgrades my ability. And then I'm going to pew-pew at them.
Okay.
At the nearest group.
All right, yep, so there's a group that is short range. Well, they're both short range, so...
They're gonna get hit. So that group gets hit for 15 damage.
Sorry, I have to just
What
laugh.
are you wielding?
My goodness.
I have a blaster pistol. Basically, it's a superior weapon, which is what one of the boost die are from, and I also have.
Superior
What
just
is
gives
it?
you an extra advantage. It doesn't get you an extra boost die.
Is it just an extra advantage?
And well, if you add it on to a weapon, it also gives an extra damage. But if you're using like the equalizer heavy blaster pistol,
Yeah.
the extra damage is already included.
Hang on. I may be totally wrong. And I'll remove one of those boost die. The boost die were success, advantage, and nothing. So we can just say 4 success.
4 success. Okay. So what's the total damage now?
14.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right. So 2 of the guys drop. You shoot a hole like right. I'll let you describe. So 2 of them go down. How do they go down?
Well, the stun beam catches them in the torso, and as they fall, I say, "Stop it! It's not nice. Don't do it." And they sort of fall on their butts.
All right.
What are these of any particular race or?
Mostly human.
Ritual?
There are some Clatuinians in the mix and Rhodians. Kind of like the cantina itself. Like it's a mix, but it's mostly humans.
Mm-hmm.
But all dressed the
Okay.
same.
Yeah, I just was looking for a description kind of thing. As they're falling, they're sit on their tentacles or whatever it is.
Got it. Fall on their scaly butts.
Those silly heads. All right.
All right, so the next PC is up.
I'll go. Fen reaches into his coat, pulls out the holdout blaster, says, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen," and takes a shot. So, I had same minion group as Teeks was shooting at. So, here's nothing. There we go.
Well, yeah, how do you guys spend? How did you spend your advantage? Was it from the earlier shot? Tex, I think.
Oh, I had one advantage generated from my superior, and I didn't even remember it because I went back and forth because I was wrong about what superior did. But I just used that to recover strain because I took some to do true aim.
Okay.
So he draws his pistol, shoots at them, dealing 7 damage,
All right.
and the extra advantage as the shots are flying fast now. The group is sort of getting bundled together, which will give a boost die to our next group.
Good description. All right, so one of the guys in that group does not look too good of the 2 that are still standing. And next PC?
And one more thing, I was then going to take 2 strain to dive into a nearby booth.
Okay.
Cover.
Yeah. I guess the Wookiee can go now. So I have a heavy blaster rifle. So as an incidental, I'll quick draw it. I guess I get to add a boost, right? And then does it make sense to turn on auto fire for this? Would I be able to hit both groups then?
That's a thing you activate with advantage.
Yeah, but it increases the difficulty.
Yeah, he has to know before he tries it.
Ah.
I'm going to say in this case that, yeah, you're going to be able to kind of like, spread it around. So, yeah, you can hit both groups if you so choose.
Okay, so I'll take a maneuver to aim and then take that other boost die was given to me. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have the ability to, and plus I have Bantha's Eye on this, so I actually have 5 advantage. So that is 12 3 times over with auto fire. So I trigger auto fire twice.
Give me 1 second while I work this out.
You don't make a Wookiee angry.
And then there was a bloody pool where people used to be.
Except for the guys that I stunned.
Just curious, did you add in the extra difficulty die for using autofire?
He did. Yeah. He was
So
in
that's
short
why-
range.
That's why it's 2. Yeah.
Aha. Good call. Good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the guys in the smaller group goes down, and the other one is teetering. And or actually, no, that group is out. They get hit by 2 of the shots, and then the third shot hits the other group. And so one of the guys looks pretty worse for wear, but you hear tons of what the fuck, just because of the amount of firepower that the Wookiee just all of a sudden pulled out. Everyone's just screaming. People are running out of the cantina. It's crazy chaos now. So I'm going. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Along with the fire and yelling and screaming, everyone's going to take a setback die from this. It's mad chaos. And we've got one last PC, I think, right? Leslie, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'll give Leslie a boost with my 5th advantage.
All right. For my free maneuver, I'm going to go ahead and just move into close range.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pull out my training saber. And there's just only one person left, right?
No, there's a group. So there are 4 that are still standing, and one of them looks hurt pretty bad.
Okay. I'll probably swing at him, and if I'm lucky, I can hit. How many setbacks I have?
1. And also, too, there's a gasp of surprise when this lightsaber comes out, even though it's a training lightsaber. This is not the most cosmopolitan cosmopolitan town. So, lightsaber of any sort, people are what? So first, this like huge auto fire blaster from a Wookiee happens, and then a lightsaber gets like lit. So like everyone's screaming and yelling, and it's chaos.
Okay, so 2. Did I hear you correct? 2 setback dice?
No, just 1.
Okay, and they have guns, correct?
They do.
Okay. So that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'd be 12, but it's all stunned though.
Okay. 12 damage. So one of the guys drops immediately, and another looks hurt pretty bad. So there are 3 still standing right now.
Okay, so I kind of do a double tap. I hit one guy on the shoulder or on the leg, and he falls down. Then I hit the other guy on the shoulder.
Okay. So you go.
All right, and for my advantage, they're kind of shocked and in awe, and give a boost die to somebody, to the next PC.
All right. So back at the top of the round, we've got 1 PC slot before they go.
Do you guys want me to go again?
Sure.
Wookiee? See if I can clean this up.
Yeah, you get a boost die for me, so.
Just so you're aware, Magic Sword is in the way, and that could be bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want to jump back a bit?
Yeah, I'll take a strain to move back.
Well, why
No,
don't you just take your turn first?
I just
since
have to
you're
take 2
up
strain.
there.
It's okay. I'll just take 2 strains so he could go first.
So I'm imagining like the Jedi is, or the almost Jedi is like doing somersaults or something, handsprings backwards, or he's cartwheeling over tables. He's getting out of the way. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" That's what someone says at the other end of the cantina. Does that homo have a sword? All right, so he's out of the way, and Mad or Wookiee with indigestion is up.
Okay, so now that it's only 1 minion group, can I just go ahead and turn off auto fire?
Yeah.
Okay, and then one
You
setback,
can
right?
still do auto fire and spray around if you want.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not gonna hit anything more. So one setback, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
can have multiple auto-fire hits go into the same minion group.
Yeah.
yeah.
Auto fire is silly OP. You probably want it on all the time.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn
I'm
it back on.
not out of character. I would not actually ever recommend that.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and do another difficulty to keep auto fire on. I'll take a maneuver to aim and to get that other boost die. So let's see what happens. Fuck.
Wow. He fires a lot, but none of it hits.
More people are screaming.
Yeah.
Wild shots are like knocking huge like scorch marks all over the place. And yeah, it's
That's hilarious.
Can I use the advantage to make them make a fear check or something?
you absolutely can.
They have
Oh,
just
well
seen
played, sir.
actual waking nightmares right now.
They totally have, between the like auto fire and the hobo with the sword. They are like they don't know what has hit them. They are not prepared for this sort of stuff in this part of the galaxy.
Or in any.
Yeah. So okay, they're going to. I'm going to say they're going to have to make a cool check against 3 difficulty.
Have to keep their composure after looking like hell had just broken loose on them.
And they're going to have to take that setback die from all the chaos because people are screaming all around them as well. So.
What's going on?
Quick, we have to run before an explosion chases someone down a hallway.
They all sort of run into each other, Three Stooges style. Clunk.
Oh, sorry, I need to.
Totally be a despair result.
I don't know. Do we want to upgrade the sphere check?
Oh yeah, let me know.
Let's do it.
Yes. All
Spend
in.
that Destiny point. I'm gonna see him stooge right the hell out of here.
All right, here we go. And they fail, so they are. They're too
Oh, we're all
freaked out.
good.
They're just like, no more, man, no more.
So they're freaked out. Can they do anything on their turn, or?
Are they running
No,
away?
they give up. They just put down their arms. They're just like, we didn't sign up for this.
So I'll walk up to them and I'll say, "Are you gonna be nice now?"
Yes. We'll be nice.
Good. I'm Tex. Nice to meet you.
The guy just like shrinks away. He's like, "Oh God, don't hurt me!" And so they're just, and a couple of them are, bleeding on the floor and just like look all messed up. You see Renzi kind of pop up from around just her eyes above the bar, and then she pops up just a little bit more, and you see this big smile on her face.
Now tell your bosses that you couldn't find her and get along.
Yeah.
They did find her.
So
Move along.
the guys who are still standing grab the ones that have fallen, and they start dragging them out of the way.
Hold on a sec. I want to check those guys first. Any money, any slim cards.
No, we don't do that.
So, I mean, I would say in this case, there's not a lot of time because, I mean, there's just too much chaos going on, and Renzi is like, we need to get out of here. They're going to call in reinforcements. I mean, these guys are like pretty big business around here. So we need to get going. We need to get to my ship, and yeah, this is, shit, we got to go.
Okay.
Agreed, let's
My
get
sentiments exactly.
Well,
And as
what
Vulcan
about this
struggles
mess?
to get up, he pulls the stim pack out of his backpack and just jams it into his leg.
All right. And don't forget, you also have 2 yellow, 2 greens at your disposal from Jasper.
Yeah, but he's also. I can tell he has the shakes. I can look at him.
Yeah.
He's certainly not in his game.
The setbacks to it, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's still available. Like I would say, even though he's got like sweat on his brow, and oh, hey, Eric, what's up? He's got sweat on his brow and he's shaking and stuff. Still, you've got a critical wound. Like he should probably,
Fine, then you know what? I'll trust him to fix that, but I'm not going to trust him to actually fix up the blaster wounds I have on
Let's
me.
fix that along the way. We need to leave here now.
Okay,
All right,
I guess
so-
Balkan, you're a draw, right?
Yeah.
I'll pick you up. We'll just drag him.
I guess he'd be glowing a shade of red. I don't know. He's not going to refute it, I guess, because he knows he's injured, but that's a certain blow to his ego, which is...
Brandon, can you give me your best Hodor?
Hodor. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, so as you guys are leaving, she says, I can go back through the trail that I crash landed maybe about 2 days away from here, and we probably shouldn't take any ship because that would draw too much attention. It's much easier just to go on foot. We'll just have a low profile, and we just need to go right now.
Can I pick up one of the dropped blasters from the mooks on the way out, at least?
Yeah, sure.
But
Okay.
why male models? Why? So where are we going?
We are going out into the wilderness of Ord Mantell to get back to our ship.
Oh,
And we're not even going to take a speeder or anything.
And
Why-
why did you leave it out there?
she's an explorer. Why does she
I
need us?
crash landed.
We've got
I
a job
crash
to do.
landed on this stupid planet, this backwater planet, and then I got picked up by those thugs when I finally got back to civilization, and they thought that I don't know what they were thinking. I'm just an explorer, but I just want to get back to my ship.
I don't know what they were
And
thinking
is your ship
either.
functional if you crashed it?
I can make it functional.
I can certainly make it functional if she can't.
So, I gotta ask. I mean, I know why we are, and I'm not looking for anything but a thinly veiled justification. But why are we following her? Like, we've got a job to do, and the right thing would be to, like, finish our job, right?
No, we
Oh,
finished that,
so-
but we were celebrating.
Yeah, to let you guys know, there's another half of your crew. This was a really big job, actually.
Mhm.
And they're at the ship, so that's on lockdown, and they are actually conducting the cargo transfer. So they've got everything taken care of. on
Oh,
that
okay,
end.
so we're just chilling, and this is like, we're having adventures fun time.
Yes,
Awesome.
exactly. But still, I mean, it's totally valid if you're suspicious.
Nope, Tex is all in. Adventures fun time is awesome.
Okay.
There are credits involved. Fen is in.
Balkan wants to learn this lady's secrets, so if he walks out without those, he is going to be miffed that he just helped for free.
We get the roll for to get back strain.
Yes. It's a simple discipline check. Oh, simple as in no difficulty die at all.
Yeah, that was me. I forgot to hit the
Yeah, that's the one thing about this roller. They need to have like an all clear button.
You just
Yeah.
click on each dice instead of doing the add and subtract. It's not,
Thank you.
It's not an all clear, but
It's not all, but it's better.
Excellent.
Wow,
Very,
that's
very cool.
learning a
Thank you.
very, very useful functionality.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so I mean, if anyone is suspicious, I mean,
Bring back.
feel free to question her as you guys are heading out into the Ord Mantellian wilderness.
All right, well, Balkan, who doesn't really have to spend the effort to run or walk, I forget who's carrying him.
The Wookiee.
Okay, well that makes sense. He's gonna start like, so what information do you have that these those protection guys wanted from you?
So she kind of like bites her lip. Oh, and by the way, Eric, we just got started, but actually, if you want to join in, it's fine if you want to like slip in.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Okay. My computer's actually having some problems. It's a little bit older, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to participate.
Oh, no worries. Well, yeah, but feel free to hang out on the channel while we do this.
Okay, thank you.
why is he a character that's on the ship? I mean, is that the?
He could be.
He
if
could
we
be.
want him to.
I was gonna say we could just be on our comm links and he could talk to us every once in a while for giggles, you know?
There you go. Yeah. You can tell him like, hey, it might be a little hot there. Actually, you'll hear Jokin, the pilot, and he's just like, hey, we heard that there was like, some crap going down at the cantina. If things get hot, we'll pull out into low orbit, but we'll still be available for pickup. But yeah, hey, do what you guys have to do, and we'll be here.
It's okay. We made some new friends.
Got a little situation, but we may have something lucrative out of it.
Way better.
So Renzi kind of bites her lip, and she's just like,
Come on now, miss. We're going to shed blood for you. You better be more open with us.
Yeah, so coercion roll. It's going to be 3 difficulty. And actually, I'm going to flip that and upgrade it. So it's 2 perps, 1 red to get her to share more information.
Is that for everybody?
Well, I mean, whoever wants to roll, like coercion or charm or however you want her to get talking.
Don't think she'll be intimidated by a furry draw riding on a Wookiee, so Balkan's not going to try.
I'll try and make friends.
Yeah,
I'm good at making friends. All right. How are you going to assist me?
I've got 1 rank in charm and 3 presents.
Awesome. So we're clones. How about I take a boost die?
Yeah, sounds good.
So we're both sort of talking her up. We're like, hey, let's be friends. Best of friends. And we're the best of friends, you guys!
Wow.
And yet, she still probably doesn't like you.
You're welcome, everyone. No, I succeeded. So
But you got a despair.
And a triumph.
Very interesting result.
So she tells us all she knows, but then her head explodes.
No, so I'll say we sort of who was helping me out? Was it Fen?
That was me, Ben.
Okay, so Fen and I we're talking her up, and we sort of immediately strike on this rapport with her, and she's actually sort of sympathetic to what we're doing, and we're trying to find what is it we're trying to find out here exactly.
You just want to know why she wants to get her ship. Things don't quite match up. She crash landed, but she's saying, "Oh, let's go back to my ship on foot."
Without spare parts.
So she'll help us out. This has got to be like classic genie subverting the wish kind of thing. You need to tell us exactly what's going on with leaving out one critical detail, parsing the triumph and the despair.
Yeah. So she'll finally say, okay. I need to get the flight recorder. There's actually information that has been added on my ship that I absolutely have to get my hands back on. Many, many lives depend upon it. And she kind of like, looks down and says, you work with the broker, and I don't know the broker's allegiances, but I work for the rebellion. And I need to get the information off my ship. I was shot down by TIE fighters, and they could still be searching for me. I think that I lost them, but there was a malfunction on my ship, and that's why I crash landed.
Could have just said you worked for the rebellion in the first place. I would have been a bit more compelled to help.
Why didn't you just ask for help?
I did ask for help!
I don't know. Is there hair in buns on the side?
It looks like her hair may have been in buns, but they're all in gray.
Help me, shadowy people. You're my only hope.
Well, that's all fine and dandy now, but sounds like this was a little more dangerous than your simple 2,000 credits are worth. I'm sure we can come to something more reasonable, though.
I wish to have a copy of the information on that flight recorder.
And also, for the despair, what I'm going to do is that she's like so charmed by Tex that she kind of is like now attached to you. She's just like, you're like her hero, and so
we're best buds. This is awesome.
You're best buds, but because she's like all up on your grill now, you're gonna take a setback die in fights because she's like cowering behind you, like she's just too much into your space because you're her protector now.
Awesome.
Boundaries, woman.
Awesome.
No, Tex is okay with it.
Well played, sir.
And she's like
But
trying to
so-
fix her hair buns to make herself like look more enticing, even though it's like
Conversely, she's willing to help me on basically everything. So
yeah, pretty much.
I'm
At the
down
cost
with
of a
it.
setback die, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, start heading into the wilderness here. And does anyone have tracking skills of any sort, or?
I do. I say in character, I have trained a little in survival, but it'd be worth mentioning that my cunning is not exactly high.
Well, she's completely blown away and impressed by you. So, go ahead and roll. And I'll say that you're kind of nervous because like she's like so counting on you. So once again, the setback die, but 2 difficulty to find the tracks because she's a little discombobulated right now, and she can't really get her bearings.
But she's got to be helping me out, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I get a boost die from that?
Yeah. So 1 boost,
Awesome.
1 setback.
Awesome. I got this, guys. I don't got this. I got this, guys.
Okay, cool. So you do find her tracks, and so she's like, "Oh, I guess that does match." And she puts her foot into her footprint. She's like, "Yep, that's me." So you guys are heading off in the right direction, and so give me 1 second here. I need to roll.
Someone else should probably track in the future. Just, like, steal that from me.
Okay, let's see what happens.
A+.
Okay. All right. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
If there's one thing I know, it's high percentage rolls and low percentage rolls are always really good.
I need to know how you guys are located, or what's your lineup? Who's in front? Who's in back?
Obviously, I'm in front. I'm following the tracks, right?
Yes. Okay.
Also, I'm an idiot. Let me make that clear. I'm going to do the stupidest thing.
Okay. So you are in front. Who's in the very back?
I can be in the back.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna pick up whatever roughly the middle is.
I need Hank and Tex to roll the force die. You guys are rolling off against each other.
All right.
Just roll a four stars, what you're saying?
Yeah. This is just to see who has something bad happen to them. I guess that was kind of a spoiler.
Neither.
All right, so roll again.
All right.
What?
Wah, wah.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you should have done percentage.
Yeah.
Yes!
I should've done-
And then they both. Oh.
Yeah,
We
just
still
roll a
can
percentage now.
Roll
Yeah.
percentage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hilarious. Roll for 50.
So as you guys are going past this one little ridge, and it kind of hides sight just a little bit, there's just a little trickle of dust and debris and like pebbles that roll down, and then all of a sudden this massive shape
T-Rex.
just rushes out of nowhere and slams right into Leslie. So,
Say it again.
1
What
second,
was it?
so-
I couldn't hear you.
oh, sorry, what was that?
I couldn't hear you. What was it?
Oh, can you guys hear me now?
No. It was just some interference when you said whatever it was that hit.
Oh, okay. So basically, just this large shape comes out of nowhere
Okay,
and tackles right into you. So even before any initiative rolls or anything, this thing is getting a surprise hit.
Okay.
And 1 second while
I saw this movie. It was called Jurassic Park. We saw the ripples in the water glass.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and the Wookiee cup holder Balkan had.
Whoa! So you see these claws like just swinging for you, and with the Jedi powers that you have, like the thing slices into your coat, but doesn't actually like. You just get like a little pinprick slash as it goes like sailing by you, and you guys can do a 2 difficulty knowledge or xenology check to know what this thing is.
I'm not even gonna roll. I don't know. There's no way.
Ah, there's a Balkan roll.
Total blank. Excellent.
Okay, so you guys know this as a Mantellian Savarip. This is one of the most dangerous beasts on this planet. It's one of the reasons why people tend to not go out into the wilderness for hiking trips on this planet. But it's poisonous and very, very, very strong. So yeah, this thing is deadly.
I want one.
So everyone, roll your initiative.
Balkan would very much like to dissect such a perfect predator.
Is it Vigilance?
Vigilance, yes.
So this is a Dejaric piece.
Yeah, this is that one.
Balkan admires its purity.
No, you probably want to study it because there's rumors of them being semi-sentient.
He admires it even more. Wookie, don't get too close, but keep close enough that I can shoot it.
I'm dropping
I
you.
guess-
I mean, I have to take.
I actually
Gently,
just
gently! Oh!
I just have a success on my vigilance roll.
And I don't see anyone that's higher than a 4.1, right?
No, I've got 3.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the thing moves first, and then you guys all go after. Okay, so the thing lands on the ground, slides with its claws furrowing into the ground, and lunges right back at Leslie again. It really wants to get, its target, and it can't, It looks like it was disappointed that it actually missed that one ambush.
What sound did it make?
Meep. All right, so here it goes. It's attacking again. Whoops, I had the wrong card out. Here we go. Okay, so this thing does. Whew, almost had a crit. No, it didn't almost have a crit. What am I talking about? 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And PC is up.
I think Balkan is going to go ahead and hop off the Wookiee, knowing it shouldn't be encumbered.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go first. That way I can hit it and get out the way and let y'all shoot it. Sounds good.
Well, you're right
Sure.
there. So
So I'm going to pull out my trained saber again,
Mhm.
and I'm going to.
Oh, actually, sorry. Before you do that, I
Uh-huh.
need you to roll a 3 difficulty resilience check.
Oh,
Oh, for the poison.
Yeah.
right. Ouch.
Okay. No problem. Resilient. I'm just looking at my character sheet here. Resilient. Where is it? Okay. How many destinies we have up there, guys?
4.
Or
You want to use one?
yeah, can someone flip? I can't see them.
Yep.
So can someone flip one for me? That would be
Gotcha. Nice.
Oh, good job.
Okay, so yeah, you feel this burning in your blood, but with your amazing Jedi, healthy living, it passes. It doesn't have the effect that it normally would. So yeah, so
Healthy hobo living.
exactly, yes.
He eats only the freshest discarded kale.
Hey, you'd be shocked what people will give you now.
I would.
Purity of your soul defends.
Yeah, so many fresh womp rats.
And I took 11, right? 11 damage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to take a swipe at him real quick.
So that's 7. And that's just strain
Okay.
or stun.
So you singe its skin and it roars and like in your face, and there's just like spittle flying at you. I mean, this thing is like it's enraged and yeah.
Okay.
Next
And then-
PC.
Guys! Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
With the 3 advantages, I want to give it a setback dice.
Okay.
And then for the extra advantage, I want to give it another boost out to the next character.
All right.
I'll say that you like singed its ear, so it's like it's shaking its head. And you're like, "Rawr."
You
And then
probably
I-
want to. Yeah.
And then I want to move out of its way, get out of short range, so people can shoot him.
Okay, cool.
So is this guy at short range?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, guys, don't hurt it. I think it's just scared.
Don't hurt it. It's a valuable specimen.
I mean, don't kill it. And I
care if you
pull
kill
out my
it.
blaster and flick it to stun, and then take 2 strain to perform my true aim maneuver. And now I do have a boost die from Hank. All right, and this is just 1, right? All right.
Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry, and I'm not going to make Leslie redo this, but I forgot. This thing has rank and adversary, so you're going to need to
Gotcha.
upgrade 1 difficulty.
All right. Well, I think the Force is with me, so I'll do that and upgrade my shot.
Okay.
Don't forget your
And-
setback from the girl.
Yep,
Tagging
I've
along.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, good call. She's like
and-
hanging on your arm. She's screaming right in your ear.
Now I get okay. All right.
That's that should be 2
So
setback dice.
can she use her turn to help me out too?
No. No,
Oh,
not
okay.
with that despair. She's like cowering behind you. She's like holding
Yeah.
onto your arm, screaming in your ear. She's never seen something like this before. She's terrified.
Well, that despair is going a lot further than that triumph, but okay. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit it, and that's a 5th advantage from my weapon. So I will hit it, and for 13 stun damage, and I'm gonna spend 4 of those advantage to double critical.
Wow. Okay,
I mean,
so,
critical once and then upgrade by 10.
okay, got it.
And I have lethal blows, so this is upgraded by another 10.
Okay, so it's critical plus 20 then, right?
Yes.
Did you do stun?
Pardon?
I
Oh,
thought
you roll the critical. I'm cool with that. Your roll is higher.
No, I'm saying, did you do stun?
Yes, I did. You can critical with a stun hit.
Okay.
It's just sometimes you have to flavor it differently. Like you're probably not going to take off an arm with a stun blast, but
All right.
I figure I'm not going to at these low rolls anyway.
All right, so yeah, so that's a 74, and I should just have this page open.
It's hamstrung. He loses his free maneuver until the end of the encounter. It's 2 difficulty.
Okay, cool. So this thing is limping, and it like turns to look at you and roars right at you, and you are definitely its new target once it gets back.
We'll see.
Yes. So
Well, if its aggression is that measure, I think Balkan's going to take the next turn then.
okay.
So he loses his free maneuver, so I should be clear. He can just run up to me next turn, right?
Yeah.
Run up and snarl menacingly, like the alien. Anyway, so would you count it as maneuver to hop off the Wookiee's back?
Oh, and I spent my last advantage to regain a strain.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, then I guess all I'm going to do is for my maneuvers pop off the Wookiee so he can.
You know, I mean, actually, if the Wookiee's okay with it, I mean, he's strong enough that he can just hold you there without any problem. If you just want to stay.
I didn't want to, because I didn't know if we were counting him using his hands to hold me there, and I wanted to free him up so we could shoot when his turn came around.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I just and my tongue falls out. I get off Shorebecca, and then I'm just going to pull out. Oh, and that's another maneuver, isn't it? To take out my weapon.
Yeah, you can take the strain for it. Though.
Yeah, I guess I'll take 2 strain to pull out my new shiny blaster. I'm gonna set it to stun, and then pop it, Gonna shoot the thing, and I guess I'm also at short range.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 red because of adversary, and then... Alright. Pretty. Okay, so that's 1 advantage. That's definitely not going to crit, but I'm doing, let's see, 8, 9, 10 stun damage.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll just use the advantage to take away 1 on the strain I just took.
All right, next up.
Yeah, so I don't have the ability to stun with my weapon. So quick draw it, get my heavy blaster rifle out. I'm just going to shoot to kill. Take a maneuver to aim, get a boost, and then also switch on auto fire. So 1 red, 1 purple.
Can't most heavy blaster rifles fire on stun? I mean, obviously you can do what you want, but...
No.
Oh,
can't.
You're right. Yeah.
It doesn't have a stun setting. So...
My specimen! Fucking destroyed it!
Yeah, so that's 15 damage. You said there were loose rocks around, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I take the advantage to, like, I don't know, cause a big rock to fall on it or something?
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, we'll say that gives it another setback die. That won't cause like actual damage to it, but yeah. Or you know what? I'll say yeah, we'll give it a setback die. How much was the damage again?
It should be 15.
15. Okay.
That's applied to wounds, assuming this has...
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, this does have separate pools. Spoilers.
Or the Triumph, you could allow it to upgrade the next check instead of a setback die.
That is
yeah,
right.
so up to you.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, next.
I guess that's me. So Ben's kind of freaking out by this thing that is easily several times its size. So he fumbles for the blaster that he took off of the other guy. What kind of blaster was that? From the mooks earlier.
Heavy blaster. So 7 damage, 3 crit range.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So he will grab that and start firing at it. And that's at short range.
Yes.
Okay, and no one's engaged with it still, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, yeah. Blast it. Hey! 8 damage. And use the other maneuver to kind of stumble backward away from the thing. As he's firing wildly.
Okay, how much damage is that?
8 damage.
Damage or strain?
Damage. He wouldn't even think to switch to strain.
Okay.
Even after I said don't hurt him?
This thing could be valuable if I can just dissect it, you fools.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. How much damage is that again? Sorry.
8. No problem.
8, okay. Okay, and I think we still have Leslie up, right?
No, I went first.
Oh, you went first, okay. So I guess it's now Eric's turn, right? Everyone else is gone?
The Wookiee hasn't gone, unless I stroke off there.
No, I hit it with 15 damage.
Yeah.
I had the advantage.
I'm sorry, I got lost in a time warp.
Okay, so
What year is it?
while this is happening, Eric, describe Torty to us.
I'm sorry?
Describe Torty to us.
I am a Duros scoundrel, so I look like your average Duros.
Okay, so I'm going to say that, so Torty was a member of your crew.
I have a blaster pistol.
And he meant to follow you guys, but got a little bit sidetracked. And so he's been tracking you guys, trying to catch up, and his comm link was actually broken. So he wasn't able to actually get into contact with you. So all of a sudden you hear screams, or Duro screams, I'm not sure if they really scream, but you see Torty come running around the corner, and there is another Mantellian Savrip chasing after him.
Classic Torty.
Uh-oh.
So this thing is like hot on his heels, and it's like roaring, and it looks like, yeah, so you've got another, so both sides have a new party member.
So still haven't taken down the first one, though, right? It's still...
So I'm pretty sure this is a huge misunderstanding. So the first guy just tripped and sort of fell down the cliff, and he almost fell onto Hank, okay? And the second one heard his buddy yelling, and so he's just coming to, like, help him out. They just want to be left alone.
Exactly.
I'm sure if we were friends.
So Torty, what are you going to do? You've got, you're within medium range of these guys, and you've got this other thing that's short range from you.
I'm sorry, how close is the other one to me?
So one is at medium range, the ones with all the other guys, and then you've got the one right behind you at short range.
My blaster pistol and shoot at the one at short range.
Okay.
So what difficulty would that be?
It's just one. But upgrade it because it's one red, one challenge die. Oh, sometimes this thing bugs out. I didn't see an actual roll. Did you roll?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no worries. If you can just go ahead and roll, it's one red die, one challenge die for the difficulty.
Okay, so my blaster pistol's 6 base, so that's...
How much damage is that?
10 damage.
10 damage, okay. And you're doing damage, not strain, I assume.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Okay, so as you fire off at this thing, you give it it is mad. I mean, these things are like ferocious. And with those two disadvantages, it gets right up into range with you. So free maneuver on its part. So it is engaged with you right now. And we are now up to the Savrips. So I'm actually going to start up with the Savrip that just joined the combat. So this one is going to attack Torty. And here we go.
No, it's attacking on the run, so does it get a setback?
No,
that's got to be a little harder.
This is how these things play. So.
Okay.
And I'm flipping a force die. And
No, because melee characters have to be in range all the time to attack, and so if you keep moving out of range and they keep moving into range...
No, it's totally fair. You just got to ask the question, though.
all right, so that upgraded. And here we go.
Oh.
Torty, no!
And Tori was turned into a giant blood splatter in the forest.
Okay, so this thing is going to do 10 points of damage.
How much damage?
10 points. And it's going to inflict some critical damage here.
Torty!
And with 2 triumphs, refresh my memory, it's just a critical plus 10, right?
Correct.
If you can critical twice, whether it's from triumphs or advantages, any second critical would be just 10 to
Okay.
the first critical.
Yeah.
All right, so roll critical plus 10. Oh, actually, sorry, critical plus 20. It's got vicious.
It doesn't have lethal blows, does it?
It does not.
Dum, 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 dum.
Hey, Eric, can you hear us?
Dum, dum.
Roll a critical plus 20. Or, well, just roll a critical and we'll add 20 to the result. All right, so 50. And I've actually got the page up. You've got Head Ringer. The difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks are increased by 1 until the end of the encounter. So it swats you upside the head. But you kind of duck enough that it doesn't take your head off.
Well, that's good.
And
I like my head.
the next Mantellian, Savrip, who did I say it was really pissed off at? Someone hit it really hard.
Yeah.
Well, the Wookiee hit it the
It was-
hardest, but
yeah.
you said specifically it turned towards Tex.
Oh yeah, let's see. Both of you guys like really pissed it off.
I shot it in the leg and hamstrung it. But it can be mad at the Wookiee too. I'm okay with that. It doesn't matter because it's only going to get to move to one
You
of
know,
us.
actually, yeah, you got the critical hit on this thing, so it's still going to lunge at you, so it doesn't get its free maneuver, but it's going to take 2 strain.
Classic
and
Savrip.
This thing is like, I mean, it's coming for you, so it moves into close range or engaged, and it's going to take a swipe at you. And
Remember that we're supposed to upgrade one of its checks because of my triumph from earlier.
Yeah, it's got 2 setbacks against it at this point.
okay. All right, so 2 setbacks against it, and I'm flipping another force die.
Oh, you would.
And it's going... No, see, I'm doing this because I can be a bit of a Care Bear GM, and I did not flip any, pretty much. And everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta go for it." So I'm trying to be.
I'm playing with you. I like it when the destiny points move.
Yeah, I mean, I like the ebb and flow too. So here we go. Ooh, the thing misses.
But
So-
it hits old what's her face. Knocks her to the ground.
So, yeah, I'm going to say that with the advantages, it's going to put a setback on you because it caused Renzi to scream even louder in your ear.
So I gotta ask, is she gonna ever help us out? Cause right now she's supposed to be like both partnering with me and setting me back, but she's only
Well,
setting me back.
just in terms of like the meta, she's a non-combatant,
Okay,
so she's not really useful in a fight, unfortunately.
gotcha. All right. Ow! The screaming.
Yeah. So PCs, you're up.
Well,
So,
Balkan can tell that this group is going to kill his perfect specimen, so I think he's going to try and stun the beast before they get any more damage done to it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
on,
think
I'm
the
on your
stun.
side. I'm on your side, Jack. For what
Well,
it's worth.
I know that, but one, Balkan doesn't like your stupidity, and two, Balkan can tell that the rest of the group doesn't think the same way, so he's not really going to leave it up to chance.
You mean they like my stupidity? Sorry.
Maybe. I mean, he doesn't know why you're still here.
That was
Anyway.
meta stupid. I'm with you.
So he's going to, still at short range, unless that thing's moved. The initial one, the one that Tex crit on twice.
Oh, and also too, I'll say that because you want to stun this thing, Jasper is totally on your side with that too. So he's going to give you a boost die. He's trying to like pepper it with stun blast too. So
I do have a question for you though, and I don't mind you doing this. You know that you have that roll upgraded again because I'm engaged with it, right? And maybe even upgraded a second time because what's-her-face is engaged too.
Oh, well, frankly, I don't care if I hit her.
All right.
It'll just be only one time.
I mean, it's going to be...
just one time. We'll say that she's just to make things simple.
Okay, well, then I'm
It's
also
only
going to
upgraded once for any number of engaged allies. It's just the chance.
Is it just once? Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter
Okay.
how many allies are engaged.
Then I'm going to spend a Destiny point 2 before I make this shot. And so it's going to be one red because of the short range with adversary, and then a purple because of engaged, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's terrible. Just terrible. I guess I'm just going to pass a boost along to the people that are trying to kill it. I'm not entirely sure about that.
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna try to stun it.
Okay, well, then fine. You can get the boost from that.
All right, so I'm gonna move into close range and see if I can hit it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to. Do I want to step back? If I step back, then it's probably going to hit you, right? I don't know who you is. Vance.
I'm engaged with it, but you're fine. You're melee. There's no upgrade there. You're just sweepy swiping.
But you can't move though, right?
I can move. I haven't had my turn yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So then after I swing, I'm going to move back then. I was going to stay there, so maybe he would attack me instead of you.
Oh no, I'm A-okay.
So that's 7.
Okay.
And I want to give him a setback dice, and give the next person a bonus dice. And I'm going to move back. That's 7 strain too, so most times.
Alrighty.
Well, I'll take. So what is her name again?
Renzi.
Renzi. Well, Renzi is hollering like a space bat out of hell, and a Minoc out of hell. Is that the correct?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I will. I'll sort of stumble backwards away from this thing, and I stumble, and for flavor purposes, that's going to be my extra maneuver because I'm taking a couple strain to do that. But I'll take a deep breath, aim in on this thing, and see what I can't do about it, hurting me. So the same roll I did before, which is to say it's upgraded with true aim.
Okay.
And I have the boost from Hank. Right. Let's see. Looks right. I'll take it.
Nice.
So I hit it for 11 damage. I will recover 2 strain and critical it.
All right. So actually, we're not even going to worry about the critical roll. It goes down. You knock it out.
So instead of criticaling it, I will, as it falls, the Mantellian Savrip that is chasing Torty sees it and breaks off his pursuit and goes to tend his still alive but injured, brood mate.
All right. Yeah. Well done. Sounds good. Next up.
Fen is still freaking out and is especially more freaked out when another huge thing pops up, so he's just going to start blasting at the new one.
Wait, it's not hurting anything, for what it's worth. I mean, they're, it's distracted.
Yes, out of character, I know that. In character,
Okay.
In character, I'm like 4 foot tall little bothan.
And you see it running towards our group now.
Right.
3 foot tall drawl.
Yeah, but you've got like super intellect, discipline, and such. So, he will take 2 strain to double aim, and try to blast this thing. Would that be at medium or short range?
I would say medium because it hasn't had a chance to move from that position yet.
Okay, here goes nothing. Oh!
And sorry, I didn't really describe these things too well, but I mean, they're actually bipedal, and it's kind of like clawed ogres, more like. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them from other lore. But okay, so that despair.
Did you just hit Torty? Poor Torty.
Well, Torty's not engaged in it anymore. It moved away because of the advantage, right?
No. That it was going to start moving away once its turn actually got to it.
Oh, darn. Oh wait, so if it was still engaged, then I should have had another red in there too.
Well, don't stop now.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like it already. Yeah, so. You hit Torty.
Torty!
No!
So, I mean, Torty's down, right? So I can just go ham at this thing at this point, right?
Torty's still engaged with it.
But he got clawed in the face earlier,
So
and plus
that would be 9 damage to whatever it hits. Yeah.
So actually, wait a minute. So he did succeed, but he got the despair. So
Yeah,
That's generally what would be if I hit someone else, is that it would be the damage to them. Or instead, you could use the despair to just have my blaster run out of ammo.
now if you shoot somebody and they're engaged and you hit despair, then you actually hit your friend.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that's an option. It's the one that's most often
I'm going to
used.
say in this kind of like, you guys have a lot of people at your disposal, so I'm going to go with the more dangerous option here. So you do hit
That's fine.
Torty.
That's fun.
No! As Torty comes running, and you're like,
Slammed right in the face.
yeah,
He still gets to soak it, so.
And I will use the 3 advantages to upgrade whoever is next facing this thing, as it is confused by blast coming at it from a new direction.
and it's confused that you hit the thing it was like by, but yeah.
So is
Torty,
Torty down?
How are
Wait,
you?
so if he hit Torty, then it didn't hit the thing, then it doesn't realize yet that we're still fighting it. It's just all...
Oh, it's still.
up on
I mean,
its-
come on. It's protective of its broodmate. So
Yeah.
Very, very confused is what it is.
How
Yeah,
much damage do I take?
That would be 9 minus soak.
All right.
So how are you doing, Torty, right now in terms of?
I have 8 from before.
So that means he's out, man.
Sorry.
And 3 wounds over threshold.
Okay.
So that's
So
another
about 2
crit.
minutes after he arrives on the scene, he's clawed open, shot by a teammate, and left on the ground.
Here's the link to the spreadsheet we've been using.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's another crit, right? Because he just exceeded his threshold.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be correct.
Yeah. So it's a crit plus 10.
Poor Torty!
We got a doctor, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Jasper's-
doctor who's had the shakes all day.
Yeah.
I'll
Why
just shove another
didn't you
stick
just
back.
move out of the way?
I'm afraid to put him back up though. He'll just get shot again. It's like that guy from RoboCop.
Yeah. So because he's down though, that means the Wookiee, if I go and shoot him, I can't like hit him again, right?
Well, he's still
If I-
engaged right now, right?
If I get a
He's still
despair
in
though,
range.
but he's down on the ground. I don't know. How would that work if I get a despair on my roll?
It would be funny, is what it would be. not for Eric, but it'd be funny.
Hey, sorry guys, my cat distracted me, and my mic actually got pulled out, so I missed a whole bunch there. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see an actual roll. I'm wondering if maybe the program just blipped or something.
For
For
The
Eric,
critical?
Eric needs to look at the top.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm on here on my computer and phone at the same time in order to get the audio working.
Oh yikes.
And,
Cool.
Yeah, and my computer's locked up, so I'm trying to do the roll, and it's not cooperating right now.
Oh okay. I'll roll for you then.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So it's going to be this roll plus 10.
Ouch.
Oh.
Oh, Torty.
What
Wow.
And then
Okay.
Morty
So
died.
you're at the brink. You suffer 1 strain each time you perform an action.
But that's not going to matter for a while.
All right.
That's
so,
and that's a 3 difficulty crit.
yeah. Okay. So who's next?
I guess it's the Wookiee.
Mhm.
So I have the question of, if I get a despair on my roll, would I still hit Torty, or does that make any sense?
I'm going to say no because he's dropped to the ground now.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and charge the beast with the maneuver to get into short range.
Mhm.
And then I have a boost from someone, right? From that advantage in the last shot that actually ended up hitting Torty.
No, Oh yeah, you haven't. You don't have a. You don't have a boost. You have an upgrade.
An upgrade, okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and flip a force die as well.
Yeah.
And,
Blast the crap out of it.
dang it. Okay. I cannot get an auto fire on this thing. So that's 15.
15. Okay. Get a pretty good shot on it, but it's mad.
Yeah.
Who
What's the
still
damage
has-
to that target?
What was that?
Nothing. Just a joke.
All right, who's left, actually?
I think that's all of us.
Finn?
Okay.
No, I was the one who accidentally shot Torty.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah. So the remaining Savrip is going to charge at the Wookiee that just got a really good hit on it. So it's going to take a maneuver. And here we go. And it's got a setback die from Leslie, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to use a challenge or force die this time around, so it'll just go back to normal. Okay, so 11 points of damage on the Wookiee.
Okay, so that's...
Owie.
I'm good. I've got 17.
All right, and so now it's you guys up again.
Yeah.
Okay,
what's your
so
soak?
what is the
My-
total
my-
situation at this point? Like
My
the
soak is
creatures.
5. Sorry.
Well, Torty, I'll tell you what. I got your back.
Oh, you know,
sorry.
actually, I'm going to have Jasper run over. Like, the thing is totally focused on the Wookiee. So Jasper gets over to Torty, pulls out a stim pack and jams it into him. So you restore 6 points back. So you're now at 3 over, or you're 3 back up from the brink.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so you're conscious again, and yeah.
Torty's okay.
For now. Statistically, he has not had good results.
If we shoot him with strain damage, he'll go down and he won't take a critical, and then he can't get hurt.
Oh, you know, actually, sorry, I forgot. That was a maneuver on Jasper's part. He's going to take an extra maneuver to get there. He used a maneuver to jam him with the stim pack, and now he's going to take an action, and he's going to do some medical stuff here.
Yahoo!
Okay, so remove 1 strain and take off 3 damage.
All right.
So 6 points of healing total to you, and now it's to you guys.
Okay, so what's the total situation right now? 1 creature's down?
Yeah, 1 creature is down, still breathing. 1 creature is still bearing down on you guys, and it looks hurt, but it's got some wounds, but you can tell it's got a lot of fight left in it.
Well, then Balkan's like, 2 specimens, and he lines up for another good shot.
Still going for the strain.
Yep.
The
'Cause why
stun.
not? Gotta, the more specimens, the more experience you can conduct.
I'm not going to be dragging these things to your to wherever the back to the ship, you know.
Well, there's always a chance I could come back out here before we're done. Operate. It would be messy, but Balkan's done worse. Seriously. So, is it still in short range from Balkan? I know it's done a lot of moving around lately.
This one is yes. It did move up to attack the Wookiee, so it's in short range.
Okay, so
It's engaged
range.
with a Wookiee right now.
And because Jasper healed Torty, he's not helping.
Correct.
Okay, so it's just that. Ooh, that's an interesting result right there.
It's a great result.
Okay, so that's 9 damage, and then the triumph. I'm gonna go ahead and use it for a crit.
Okay.
And that I don't know if has it taken another crit?
No, that was the other one.
Okay, so it's just this 69 right off the bat.
Scattered senses. All boosts are removed from skill checks.
Oh, well, that's a big fucking help. Then the 2 threat. I guess I could just turn it into strain, but does anyone have anything else more creative?
Oh, you know, actually, I'm going to do that. I'll let you guys do the advantages, but I'll do the threats. This thing is going to... It's pissed off at you. I mean, it's all distracted and everything, but it's going to get up in your face now. So it's going to get a free maneuver up into your space.
Don't hurt me! I wanted to keep you alive for a little while longer.
All right, next up.
All right, so I'll turn to what's her name? And what's it again?
Renzi.
Renzi. Okay, I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget. Renzi, on it. And say, now we're friends, right? And she's screaming. And I'll be like, in my...
She stopped screaming at this point, but she's still just like cowering and just in your space.
So I'll be like, and this is just for flavor. Like, I know she's still giving me a setback. I'm like, I need you to be calm, please. Okay.
She nods wordlessly at you.
So she's still sort of clawing at my arm or whatever. As I kneel down, take careful aim at this thing, and then take 2 strain and aim again. I can't do true aim twice, but I can aim a second time. And Sorry, guys. I'm gonna keep using those. And shoot at this thing, which is now engaged with Fen.
No, it's engaged
Oh,
with the Wookiee.
yeah, with
Balkan.
Balkan.
No, Shorebecca.
No, it got
Oh, it
free
actually
maneuver.
moved. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm upgrading for that.
And you upgrade for the adversary.
Yeah, that's already upgraded. So it's at short range, 1 purple, 1 red. All right. So I hit it for I get a bunch of well, that's actually a 4th advantage from my weapon. So I'm going to hit it for 13 damage and critical
Damage or strain?
strain damage.
Okay.
He's still trying to protect all life, and he will critical at +10 plus another 10 for that original crit that he had. So it's a crit roll +20.
Okay, 92. At the brink, target suffers 1 strain each time it performs an action.
Yeah, he does. This guy's going to sleepy time.
Okay, next up.
And I didn't hit Balkan. That's what it looks like, Fen.
Thanks. For some reason, the dice pool, or the, not dice pool, the force pool isn't showing up for me, so what are we at right now?
You're at,
Dark side, 1 light side. Here.
Oh, hey.
Showing
What's
up
up?
again.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
I see it. Whoops.
Oh, now there are a lot of them. You should have 6 dark side, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So, not using the other one. Well, wait, Hank, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, why don't you go next?
Okay. Where am I from at first?
You can get up into range with a maneuver.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And no boost dice coming my way? No?
No, I don't think so.
No, sorry, I'm greedy with the boost dice. Or advantages.
Okay. That would be, what, 9 strain?
Okay.
And then, how many advantages can you use to take away strain? Is it
Oh,
one
I
or
mean, as many as you choose.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take 1. No, never mind. I'm going to do my same thing like I always do. I'm going to move in, hit him, and move back, and give him a setback dice, and give whoever the next PC a bonus dice.
Which I guess leaves me if the thing is still up.
How much strain are you at, Hank?
How much strain am I at?
Yeah,
I'm at 6 right now.
gotcha. I didn't know if that was going to be a worry for you at all anytime soon.
All right, so we still have Fen and Torty up.
Okay. Fen tries to fire at it once again, screaming, "Ah! Get down! Get down!"
Not in the face! Not in the face!
Okay.
Is it,
And so I have
are
a
you
boost
doing?
die. Yeah, doing wounds. So I'm gonna double aim. So 2 boosts from that, a boost that I just got from my friend there, and it's short range. Oh wait, is it short or medium now?
Short.
Short. Okay, and then upgraded once for an engaged person and once more for the adversary. Right?
Yeah, unless he upgrades it with a destiny point.
No, that's fine.
I think I've shot enough people. Let's see.
Nice.
Hey!
Falcon still tries to cower anyway.
And was this third damage?
Super 4.
So 9 damage
Nine
minus
damage. Okay.
which is probably like a scratch on it.
Now you're hurting it. All right, so last up is Torty.
All right.
You're prone,
Reaching
but
it?
you can take a maneuver to get back up.
Also, I
Or
don't
you
think
can
the
shoot from there and take a boost.
I don't think the Wookiee's done anything for this engagement, this round.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, Wookiee first or you, Torty? Which one do you want to go do?
I don't know. I'm fine either
Well,
way.
I mean, Torty got hurt pretty bad, so before you unload with massive damage, he should probably get a shot in.
Okay, so I'm in prone.
Yeah. Actually, you can just stay prone.
Right.
No disadvantage from shooting from prone, so.
I think ranged attacks get a boost from firing prone.
I think that was in the beta, but not in the official one.
I never got the
they just
beta,
it's harder to
so
shoot at them,
when I'm-
but I don't believe they get a
Yeah.
boost.
Yeah.
Oh, I think melee gets a boost against me for laying down.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch my sun. I'm gonna aim, and I'm gonna take a shot. And that's at short range.
Yes.
Okay, so one red, one purple, because he's engaged.
Yeah.
Nice.
Blam!
All right, so that would be 9 damage.
All right.
And I will use the advantage I pass a boost on.
Okay.
And Wookiee
So-
is up.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about the draw just being there because my difficulty would be 2 red, and I feel like I would probably just completely kill the draw if I actually hit it.
You would.
So I'm going to let my heavy blaster fall to my side. I have a sling on. Use quick draw to take out my vibro knuckles, and then just use an extra maneuver. So I'll take the strain to get into this thing's face, and then I'm going to try to pummel it.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Wait a second. So you dropped it, which is an incidental. Quick draw the vibro knuckles, which is an incidental. The maneuver to get there. Where's the extra
Oh.
maneuver from?
I thought there would be a maneuver on dropping the weapon, but I guess it's not. But okay.
Yeah, if you're just letting go of something, it's just an incidental.
Okay, never mind then. So I'll get in this thing's face, try to actually get between it and the draw. And so that would end up being 1 purple, 1 red, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, and so my vibro knuckles have vicious 1 and pierce 1.
Why to the purple?
Hmm?
I mean, never mind.
Okay.
My hero.
I was wondering why it was a purple.
Because he's
Uh,
in melee.
Yeah, so it's an average check.
So it should have just been a red.
No,
Oh,
it's-
no, it's 2 difficulty with the upgrade from adversary, so it's 1 purple, 1 red.
Yeah, so Hank, actually your last roll should have had an extra purple in it because it's always...
Oh, yeah, I missed that, but we won't worry about that.
So
Yeah.
hold on, explain to me again why it should have been.
Oh, melee is always 2 difficulty, 2 purple as a
Okay.
baseline.
Okay.
And this creature has adversary, which upgrades one of the checks to a challenge, so it's 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay. Well, I can just go ahead and roll it.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
No, we're just moving things along, so.
Okay, so 3 brawn plus 1 from the vibro knuckles, that's 7 just damage, plus a pierce 1 on that.
Okay.
So I was hoping for some crits in there, but I didn't get it. So can I... well, I guess you have to decide what to do with the threat, but I'm trying to get it to attack me again.
With that thread, I'm just going to say... Yeah, I'll say it turns its attention to you.
Balkan
And,
immensely approves of Shulbaka now.
Yeah, it is the Savrip's turn now, and it turns to the Wookiee and attacks the Wookiee. And do I get a setback because of your armor?
No, I just have 2 soak.
Okay.
You do have a setback from Hank's last attack, though.
Okay. All right. So here we go. 11 points of damage, and
Okay, so
I'll remove 2 strain.
okay.
Ooh. Tricky, Savage.
Oh, but it takes 1 strain because it's taking an action because of that crit.
I think it's any maneuver, right?
No, it's any action.
Any action.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now it's you guys.
Balkan's gonna scurry the fuck off. Thank you, Chewbacca, Becca. He's a little like smoke cloud where he was. So he moves into short range, and can he tell by first glance whether this thing is more injured than tired? Don't suppose he can, but figure might as well try.
I'll say you can roll a medics check. 3 difficulty because you're at range.
Okay, let's see. My medicine skill is meh. Alright, so this could go either way.
It's the best kind of roll.
You can tell it's injured. That's
From the University of I graduated.
But how about, and so he can't parse whether it's, obviously mechanically he's trying to figure out whether it has more wounds or strain, but can he tell, maybe approximate whether it is very healthy, somewhat injured,
Oh boy.
like range of the aggregate of both of those for his advantage?
let's see. All I'll say is that it's closer to its wound threshold.
Okay, then from that, and from the fact that he's seen the Wookiee deliberately put itself in danger to save him, he's going to forego having 2 specimens and just try and drop this one. So he flicks off his stun, takes 2 strain to take a maneuver to aim, and then
Oh, and actually, before you do this, though, you do know, when you identify this creature, about the rumors of it being a sentient species. So
that is of little importance to Balkan.
Okay.
Little to none. He's going to dissect the one the one that's stunned. So, frankly, this is of no difference to him. Alright, so what was I doing? Okay, no, this is what I wanted to do. Made me lose my place, man.
Just don't hit me, please.
Oh yeah, that is a danger, isn't it? Oh. Well, you don't have to worry. Balkan may not be the best shot, but he's good, and his blaster ain't that uppity.
That's right up there with, hey guys, watch this, and no
Hold my
problem.
beer.
I don't need my hold my beer.
Okay, so he's going to open fire with just the 1 red. Oh no, and then the purple because there's someone that's engaged.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Could have gone worse.
Indeed. I think he's just gonna use that advantage to get back some strain.
All right. 5 more slots left.
All right. So I will yell to Shorebecca, get down! Be careful! It looks like it might be hurt. I don't want to shoot you.
I guess. I mean, I could go first.
You could, if
Well,
you were dealing
yelling's
with an
an
entirely smart party. I feel like it's my duty to take my turn at maybe accidentally shooting someone.
Now go
It's
for
how
it.
it went, so why
You're
not?
still set on strain. Oh, you're still set on stun, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still on stun. It's not going to be a
so,
big deal.
so there's that.
So I do take my true aim, and I take a shot at this thing. Are you upgrading that at all?
No.
Okay. That was your out. You had a chance. I do miss. But I don't hit anyone. To be clear. And with that advantage, I realize that perhaps Renzi is getting a little too clingy, and make a mental note to have a talk with her after this.
Or
After
just
this
stun
combat.
now.
Well, you might stun her.
All right,
So
4 slots
that's it.
left.
I think I'll go ahead and take mine. Everyone's okay with that?
Sure.
So, I'll go ahead and let's see. I can do quick draw every round, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll jump back, drop the vibro knucklers, quick draw the my heavy blaster rifle again, and fire. So it's only 1 red then.
So your knuckles are on the ground right now.
Yeah.
You just like.
Yeah, my gun I had in a sling.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing those to the ground because I want to shoot this thing again. Okay. So just 1 red.
He's a Wookiee. Of course his knuckles are on the ground.
Oh! Zoom, zoom.
Jeez, who let the Trandoshan in?
Okay, so I'm gonna do 12
Who's fine?
wounds, and I want to use the advantage to crit. And so
Second crit.
we're just on the second one.
It's his 3rd crit now.
Okay, so it's gonna be plus 20 whatever I roll.
Third.
It is plus 20 from that. Oh, you don't have vicious or lethal blows or anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
just plus 20.
Okay.
Ooh, nicely
Wow.
done. I think that's the same crit he had before, but yeah, he's still at the brink. He's got another at the brink.
No, that was a 30. He's at crippled now.
No, he only has plus 20 to that. Because he had 2 crits before. This is his 3rd one.
Oh, okay. Yep. Alrighty. So, yeah, this. But I'll let you describe it. You take it past this wound threshold. How do you do it?
So in jumping back, so I'm diving back in the air with the blaster out, still in the air, and just firing into his face, and his head explodes.
All right. So, you guys are out of combat. Well done. There are 2 creatures, 2 bodies. One is still breathing. The other one is obviously dead. Renzi has stopped screaming, and she is blushing like crazy. She is so embarrassed about what happened. I'm going to say that she's no longer going to be clinging and screaming at your side from here on out. She's too embarrassed. She's better than that. So no more screaming damsel in distress. And I'm going to say that. Oh, and then Jasper gets a look of concentration on his face real quick, and nothing happens.
So I'm limping around a bit. I'd like to go talk to Jasper about doing something about that.
Okay,
Should we all
go ahead and
roll discipline? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and go ahead and roll your discipline checks. So simple, no difficulty dice. And if you need help from Jasper, go ahead and just roll his 2 yellows and 2 greens against whatever difficulty he needs to.
So that's discipline, not cool, to recover the strain?
Oh, I believe you can use cool as
it's
well.
supposed to be cool or discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Whichever
I'll
you
do,
prefer.
yeah, I'll go ahead and do cool.
Rolling cool.
That is exactly the same poop. Well, okay.
Oh, and also to Balkan, don't forget you've got a critical injury still on you, so go ahead and roll Jasper's 3 difficulty against 2 yellow and 2 green to see if you can heal that.
I still have a crit as well, don't I?
Yeah, whoever has a crit, just go ahead and roll his dice.
So, is Jasper able to heal any of my wounds?
Oh, I was going to let you guys roll for
Okay,
it.
so
He's
how does
just
that...
2 yellow, 2 green.
Okay.
And then the jittery setback.
And 2 jittery setback, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I feel so much better.
Oh, you got to roll a difficulty die.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can do. Whoops. Can't stop the triumph though.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Let's see. What do I add to that?
What are you rolling for?
A failure. So that's just 1 success now.
Yes. Crit gone.
What does a triumph? Oh, does a triumph on a medical check heal a critical injury?
It can.
It can.
And then what's the other option?
It's
Yeah.
That's the best option.
they don't have a list of options. You can
Well, I
choose.
still have scattered senses I need to take off, so I'm just going to spend the triumph on that.
Could I get a stim pack my way too?
Unfortunately, it looks like Jasper is all out of stim packs. He's like, oh my gosh, I could have sworn that I brought more with me. I don't know what happened.
Okay, so I just
As he
reduced.
shakes.
Yeah. So I just reduced 1 wound, right? Because I only got 1 success.
2. He's got a skill for that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot that he's got all these special things going on. I'll roll for him next time when we've got wounds and craziness going on.
Okay, I have my own stim pack I'm going to use.
Okay.
So
Jasper
I was
totally
stim-
turns and looks at you like someone looking at like a big meal.
So that would heal 4
Balkan
because it's my
slaps
second.
him. You have a problem, mate.
Correct.
Okay. Down to 2 wounds.
All right, so Renzi's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I'm so glad that I didn't face those things when I was trying to get to town. But we're closer. We're closer to my ship. I know it. So let's get moving.
That was the
Turns out
worst
we're completely
percentile die
fucking
roll
lost.
possible.
Yeah. Totally optional encounter, but it happened.
Well, before we leave, Balkan's gonna leave a little ping device that he can track later to come and collect his prize.
Okay.
It's
As long as we don't get off planet, he should be able to find it again with ease.
I mean, it's just stunned. It's probably going to get up and walk away.
Well, we'll be quick. Or maybe I'll take its legs off now.
Wow.
You can ask me to blast them off. Whatever.
I don't want
That's-
it to. Hey, you with the training lightsaber. You
That
want to
is-
cut those legs off and cauterize them?
Really not cool.
No, it doesn't
Training
work.
lightsabers can't cut like that.
It doesn't work that way.
Balkan doesn't know that. He hasn't seen a lightsaber in ever.
No, I tell him it doesn't work that way. I can show you how it works.
I'd rather not. I have too many experience with Jedi.
All right, so Renzi's like totally pulling on, like you guys, and it's like, come on, we have to get going. We've got to get to my ship.
Let's leave before any more of them come.
That too.
Yes, I imagine Balkan's like a furry GLaDOS. Maybe a bit more with people skills.
All right, so as you guys follow the trail, you go right through the very edge of a canyon maze. Beyond the cliff wall stretches a rocky landscape dotted with mesas and ravines. Scorched earth and a small impact crater verify that your new friend's ship crashed here, but there is no vehicle to be found. Renzi turns to look at you with an expression that is equal parts frustration and bewilderment on her face. Would you believe it was here when I last saw it?
I turn to her and say,
Are you
I didn't know
serious?
vehicles that small had a cloaking device.
They don't.
She kind of looks at you with this look like, oh, that's really precious.
Oh no, they don't
right,
have
so
a cabin
you
to
guys get to
snog
the
in
website,
anymore.
and I'm assuming that you guys are looking around. I need
I
everyone
need to make a perception check to see if there are
Exactly.
any hidden enemies or anything that she's leading us into a trap.
Yes. So 2 difficulty perception checks.
Well, there's that.
All right, so Balkan, since he's so close to the ground already, he actually stumbles with his disadvantage, but sees trails. So you see track marks, and it's pretty clear that someone tried to hide, like a pretty piss poor job at like brushing the trail away as they drag this very heavy ship away. But you have a trail now of someone got to her ship first.
Boy, we were lucky they didn't use repulsors, huh, guys?
Yeah, that's true.
We are.
But that's Ord Mantell for you. Not exactly the best of the bunch when it comes to technology.
Well, hey guys, there are these tracks. Quite obviously, someone came and towed the ship. I guess you didn't pay the parking fee.
So, I need to know, what is everyone doing at this moment?
I'm trying to feel for the ship at the spot where it crashed.
I'm licking my wounds. Like, actually.
What's the area look like? You said we just came out of like a canyon maze or something?
Uh-huh.
And so is it like flat beyond that, like where the ship was and then beyond?
Well, it's dotted, so it's kind of like the American Southwest. So lots of mesas and ravines, and there's a lot to the terrain.
Gotcha, but there's a fairly open area where the ship used to be?
Yes. I mean, you can see where it crashed, so yeah.
Okay, so Ben would definitely be out towards the middle and just like searching every which direction, anticipating some sort of ambush.
Okay.
Because he thinks that Renzi might be double-crossing them for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe she's hired by an enemy of the broker or something.
Perhaps. So I need everyone to do another perception check.
I got this. On it.
Same difficulty?
Same difficulty. Yes.
Awesome.
Guys, I think I found the ship.
Then he rams his head into a rock.
Torty sees everything.
It's disguised as a rock.
Okay, so everyone who made their perception checks, please note that. And all right, go ahead and roll initiative and vigilance.
A
Oh,
separate
isn't it?
vigilance check or just vigilance initiative?
Initiative. Vigilance. Yep. Forget the force die on that. That wasn't supposed to be there.
Finally beat the GM roll.
I know, right?
That never happens.
If this was another GM, he usually counts the triumph as like 10 points on the scale, so... Usually when you roll a triumph, it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm taking that first spot then.
That's one of the few triumphs they have a pretty firm suggestion for in the player's handbook. And it's not adding a whole bunch to the roll.
All right, it looks
Yeah,
like...
I never knew why he did it, but he just did, and I feel like, well... And the one time he did it is because I rolled the triumph, so it's like, I'm not going to really refute that.
All right, so it looks like I've got the second slot.
I think
Yes.
you've got the third
Slot.
fourth slot.
Fourth
Because
slot.
you're
Oh, there are
behind.
two. Yep, I see it. You're
Yeah.
right.
And Balkan got the last slot. Whoa.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I know the PC rolls, but I still gauge them by who wins that slot's place.
Okay. However, everyone who did not make your perception rolls, or rather, everyone who did make a perception roll, you see everyone who didn't make their perception rolls have sniper dots on them. And so shots ring out. And from long-range sniper rifles.
I'm shooting them so much. I'm shooting them.
So we're going to have... all right, so who failed your rolls, your perception rolls?
I failed it, the Wookiee.
So Wookiee, Tex, and who else?
Balkan.
Balkan, okay. So we're going to do Wookiee first.
Come on, with it. With it. With it good. Damn.
Or...
Okay, so that is 10 damage. Or sorry, that's 11 damage and a critical on the Wookiee. And then next roll is Tex. And that's 11 damage. And last one is on Balkan.
Okay.
And that one misses.
Oh, and you didn't add the setback for my armor. But regardless, it misses, so...
Yeah, I'll have to remember that.
So do I need to roll a percentage for the crit?
Yes.
My brains, they be lucky.
Ouch.
Ow!
Alright, so you get hit with, not too bad, slightly dazed. You're disoriented until the end of the encounter, so you just take a setback die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I am one away from my wound threshold.
Oh.
Run by Balkan, he can throw a stim pack your way.
Why didn't you offer one earlier?
Well, before, I said I would help Torty, but then we got conflicted about if he was going to get hit again because, well, he just seemed unlucky at the time.
I was begging the doctor for a stim pack, and he apparently didn't have one.
Jasper's like, sorry! Alright, so 3 people are up before these guys go again.
All right, so I have a question. I know
Yes.
Renzi is a non-combatant,
Uh-huh.
but can I ask her without spending a maneuver on my part for her to grab a stim pack from my backpack and jam it into me?
Sure.
Awesome. So I'll do that. And that's, what, 5 wounds?
Yes.
Okay, that's better. And then I will... Okay. My blaster wasn't out. Rats. Okay, well, these people that are shooting us are at long range.
They are.
All right. Well, I pull out my blaster, and I'll take 2 strain to perform.
Oh, and so to describe these guys, they look like bounty hunters.
Oh, well, they're getting shot either way, because owie.
So you see 3 of them, but that's all you see.
So the guy who shot but had a disadvantage, a threat, can we say that made him sort of like pop out of his sniper crouch and now he's going to be easier to hit, so he has a boost die getting shot against?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay. So I will aim for that guy who sort of stumbled out like an idiot. And I'm using my sniper shot to shoot my blaster pistol at long range. Which means it's upgraded once.
Okay. Oh, and this is a skill that allows you to go past the range.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you guys have any qualms with me using the last destiny point?
Go for it.
No.
All right. Okay. Here goes nothing.
Keep your appendages crossed.
I hit him, and I deal 11 points of strain damage, and he takes a critical injury.
Okay.
That's plus 10 because lethal blows.
Did that guy add adversary?
No, that was it's upgraded because my blaster pistol is only medium range, but I have the sniper shot talent, so I can increase my range, but it upgrades it.
All right.
So plus 10, he's got overpowered. The target leaves himself open and the attacker may immediately attempt another free attack against him.
That's a
I like
sweet.
it.
That's
It's
sweet.
with the same dice pool, right?
Yes.
Yep. So he popped out of stealth, you caught him, bam,
Yeah.
you get another shot.
And he gets shot again. Same 11 damage worth of strain.
Wait, strain at long distance?
Yeah.
He's got a skill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can shoot. I thought when you shot with stun.
Oh,
it
you're
changed
right.
it to-
I can't shoot further than short range
right.
with stun. So it's lethal damage.
Okay. So it's 2 iterations of 11 lethal,
Yeah,
right?
20. Yes. So soak's applied twice, but it's 22 points of damage.
He's down.
Awesome.
So, okay.
Nice shooting, man. Nice shooting.
I am a sharpshooter.
Okay, so we've got 2 more spots before these guys go.
Balkan, while feeling lucky that he was missed, even though he apparently had sights on him, still saw the Wookiee get hit pretty bad. So he, knowing that he probably still owes the Wookiee, but he doesn't have any credits to pay him, he's going to spend, would you say 1 maneuver to get over to him?
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm going to spend my action as maneuver to give him a stim pack and just shove one right in his neck.
Okay.
I'm a little taller. Yeah, maybe like my waist.
Well,
or
I thought
something.
after being hit, you might not still be standing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so that's 5, right? That I take off?
yeah, for the first time.
Okay.
Just trying to visualize this. Where are the bounty hunters?
They're kind of on a low rise.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can see them, but it's kind of hard to see them.
From the direction that we just came, or?
No. Mm-mm. It looked like they were casing the joint out.
Okay.
So does anyone else have a long-range weapon?
No.
Okay, so I think I can go ahead and take that 3rd spot. Any boost die? Well, I'll aim, and then I'll not trigger auto fire, so it'll just be 3 difficulty.
You've got to pull your weapon out, right?
Oh, quick draw.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's 12,
Damn.
and a lot of threat.
All right. And I'm going to say that your weapon jams.
Oh,
Ouch.
don't worry, Balkan can fix it.
How much damage was that again? Sorry.
12.
12. Woof. Okay. 2 of you went, right?
3.
3.
3.
Balkan
Okay, so
healed.
it is these guys, and they need to think about this because you took out one of their guys pretty damn quick.
Yeah, that was like 2 shots. Blam blam with a pistol.
With a pistol. You know what? Yeah, these guys are smart. They know better than this. So the 2 guys, like, you hear the ignition of jetpacks, and they grab their fallen comrade, and they're getting out of there. They're not gonna keep this engagement going.
Shit,
So
take him down.
yeah. So you guys can. I'll say that the last.
Wait,
3
they're still running away? Can I aim and try and hit their jetpacks? Like, if they'd spent their turn doing that, I'm pretty sure I could still hit them.
Well, no, I'm only going to allow the rest of the people in this round get
Okay.
those shots. But yeah, so last 3 people, you've got fleeing people that are at long range.
None of you can shoot them, can you?
I certainly can't, and I'm not going to try to run into range to shoot at them. On the contrary, I'm going to go up to Renchi and start threatening her. Who are those lackeys? Why are they shooting us? What are you trying to do?
I don't know.
So, legitimate question, and I know they're running away at planetary speed. I can shoot at extreme range if I have to. And so even if they get a turn to move, I'm wondering if I can still try and hit one of their jetpacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll say if no one else can do that, we'll move to his attempt at extreme range. And I'm going to flip a destiny point on that.
Oh man, I already have so many reds on this roll.
Your gun explodes.
We'll see. I have 3 reds, you guys. So I breathe in, take 2 strain to do my true aim, which I need desperately. Can I get since Shorebecca is a pretty talented shot, can I get him to help me like line this up?
I mean, how mechanically how
So it's sort of like a sniper's partner, right? Like he's there. He's like, aim just a little short one, sighting down the gun.
Like growls.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Right.
Yes.
Whoa.
All right. This is gonna be quite a roll. Can you guys hear me?
Wow.
Holy shit.
Right in the jetpack! Blam!
Does it
That's what
I think
happens.
it should explode and hit both of them.
Nope. It just takes out his jetpack and he falls
Okay.
and he's incapacitated.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, and Eric, I heard you just for a second there.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little quiet.
Sorry.
Did you want to do something before we did that? Like, did?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Well done. So I'm going to say that yes, you shot one of the bounty hunters in the jetpack. He falls. The other 2, one of them still holds on to his partner, and they're still speeding away. But yeah, so one of them falls to the ground.
I thought there were 3. Only
There are 3. Yeah, one of them's carrying the one who was injured.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, both of them were helping him to get away, and so one of them still has him. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
That's true. Transformer
Jack.
codes.
I built this character around taking an extreme range shot. That and being an idiot.
Well done. So yeah, so this bounty hunter like falls to the ground, and he's still conscious, but he's out. I mean, his weapon fell out of his hands. He's groaning on the ground. So yeah, he's there for questioning.
All right.
Cool.
I'm running up to it.
Nice job.
How's the jetpack look? Not awful.
You blew it out.
Not awful.
Not
I mean,
awful.
you disabled it, but I'll say that. I mean, you can keep it and repair it for another adventure.
I love
Falcon will
jetpacks.
be happy to oblige that.
Yeah. Jetpack. A+.
Well, I guess I also still have to fix Shorebecca's jammed weapon, or does that just magically unjam now that the encounter's over?
Oh, it unjams.
Okay.
I just bang on it a bit and it starts working.
I'll sort of
Hit the
sternly
wrong
talk
switch.
to this guy and be like, "Why did you shoot me? That hurt. Ow. That wasn't very nice."
Can I make like a cooler discipline check to see whether I have a good vibe that Renchi's telling the truth on not being involved with these people?
Yeah, go ahead. It's just a 1 difficulty.
Okay.
You sense that she's telling the truth. She has no idea who these guys are.
Then you are just one unlucky lady and goes after the guy that fell down.
Well, remember, she did tell you guys the truth. Like, she is a rebel agent. So, it's...
Makes the information all the more interesting to Vulcan.
So, I mean, there are people after her. These are probably bounty hunters. And that's what she actually says. She's like, oh, yeah, these are probably bounty hunters. We have to get going.
Alright, so I assume we all rush over to our new prisoner.
Yeah.
I immediately grab his jetpack and start looking at it.
Wait, come on.
Because I'm not stealing it, I'm just trying to see if I can get this
I can
to
see
work.
the draw, like, holding it to his chest.
Don't do this
My
to me.
jetpack, mine.
No, in truth, so I'm asking this. This was the guy that shot me, right? So I shot a guy that stumbled out, and then the guy with the jetpack, I figure, was the one that shot me originally.
Sure.
And I'm not very happy about that. And I'm like, why did you do that? That really hurt. I didn't do anything to you. It wasn't very nice.
He looks up at you and he's just like, really, you have to ask? That bitch over there has got a bounty for 4 on her head.
That's not a nice word. Don't say that word.
So he spits some like blood on the ground, and he's like, "I'll split the profits with you if we just take her in."
How much was it?
You're in quite a
4,000.
losing proposition to make that deal, sir.
Yeah.
That sounds mean. Renzi is my friend. No.
And where did you
Renzi
get
then
this
kisses you on the
information
shoulder.
from? How did you know we would be here?
We've been tracking her for days.
Where's his gun that he dropped?
Protection guys catch her?
It's pretty close to him. It's a sniper rifle, a scope blaster rifle.
Yeah, someone should probably grab that.
What kind of armor does he have?
I like my pistol.
We're not gonna strip him here.
He just has padded armor.
Oh, okay.
So we're looking for her ship, right?
I can hear someone talking, but I can't
We're
actually hear
looking
what you're saying.
Are we looking for her ship? I heard it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have the trail to wherever her ship was taken, but these bounty hunters, obviously, they didn't care. They don't care about the ship. They just have a bounty on her. So,
Well, were they here when someone took the ship?
the guy looks at you and is like, "No."
Well, then I'm
Anyone
afraid you're
with-
not of much use to us.
4,000 credits useful.
I'm sure someone is...
If you're talking about that bounty, why don't we just turn her in ourselves? I don't really get his proposition here.
Oh, turn her into the Empire.
No,
After
I'm
they
not.
know
Well,
that
I'm not.
we've
I'm
got
not
the
putting that
contract.
out that this is our plan. I'm just saying that his proposition of, we can turn her in together and we'll split it. I don't get it because he's about to die. It doesn't seem like he's the one who wants to make that offer because it's like, if money's involved, why don't we just kill you and do it ourselves?
Because you don't have the contacts. He's still. I mean, yeah, this guy's a pretty tough guy. You know, he doesn't care. He's like, look, I have the contact with the bounty. There's no way you're seeing that money without me.
So
we
does he
have
say-
the bestest contact of allsist. I don't think we need you.
So, does he actually say Empire though?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I'll just like let out a big roar at the sound of Empire.
He's like, where are the other drugs?
Oh, look, you got the Wookiee mad. We're even less inclined to be helping you now.
Wait, guys. I think I can do something here. I'll turn to the bounty hunter and I'll be like, if you promise to leave us alone and stop being mean, we'll let you go, okay?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Oh, but we're taking this jetpack.
Oh, I know. His jetpack's mine.
And whoever wants the gun too.
In fact, take off that padded armor. None of us need it. I want it.
Does he have any stim packs or anything?
He's got two stems on him.
I'll go ahead and grab one of those.
I'm going to grab the other one because I need to be reimbursed at this point.
I'm actually totally okay with people stripping him naked as long as we, let him go. If he says he'll be, nice.
In the middle of the desert, you know he's going to die anyway.
Well, I don't.
So he looks at you guys. Really? Really?
Well,
But, I mean,
do
he doesn't
you want to
really argue.
live or do
He's-
you want to
he is at
die?
Yeah, he is at a disadvantage, obviously. So he doesn't put up much of a struggle. So yeah, he takes off the armor. He still has some clothes underneath, but yeah.
I'll say
Alright,
to him, well, hey, it looks like you got hurt. I'm sorry about that. It doesn't feel good. Would you like a glass of whiskey?
Have you
So
been
the guy
holding
kind
that
of looks
since
at
the
you
bar?
suspiciously, but do you actually give him some whiskey?
I sure do. I've got a bottle of Corellian whiskey in my pack.
So he says, "Drink it first."
Yeah, okay, I do.
So he takes a drink. He looks at you like kind of strangely, but then he holds out his hand.
Yeah, and I try and charm him.
Yeah, so go ahead and do a 2 difficulty charm, but you get a boost die for the whiskey.
All right.
I'll be sure to give you the antidote.
I'll be
when you
like,
leave.
we can be friends now. You just don't shoot me again.
And then he gets nice and tipsy.
All right, so the guy says, well, thanks. This is all, it's just a business, Stu is just a mark, nothing personal, but thanks. I'll be on my way, and name's Kaverick. And,
Hey, Kaverick, quick! Before you go, sorry, I forgot to ask. We're looking for an invisible ship.
I mean,
ship.
I haven't seen it. And he chuckles.
I mean, wait, guys, help me out here.
We already asked him about this.
Empire probably impounded it for all we know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
what you guys would
basically-
know from this, especially in Belkin, too, with your, colossal intellect, if the
Yeah.
Empire took it, it would have been repulsor lifts, and the ship would have been completely gone. But this looks more like low tech. If this were Tatooine, you would have thought Jawas, but it's not Tatooine. But it looks like
yeah, the
work-
Bantha tracks were not single file here. Is
Yeah,
what we're saying.
so it's it wasn't the Empire. You're pretty clear on that. But Kaverick is like, hey, thanks. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for not taking things personally, and I'll see you around. And I'm going to say that text me. You have a new contact. So Kaverick the Bounty Hunter is a new contact for you.
Awesome.
Friendships built over whiskey are the longest lasting.
That's why I got a bottle of it.
So yeah, well done. And now you guys have that trail, and so I assume you continue on, yeah?
Oh, by the way, who wants the padded armor? I took it off him just for the sake of it, but I don't need it.
Oh, and also too, who needs heals?
Oh. I already jammed that other stim pack into me, but I'll take another one. Or
Oh
I'll
no,
take
I mean, remember you have a doctor who can actually do medicine.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
All right. So how are you above your wound threshold, below?
Mine is one difficulty check because I'm above half.
Okay. So Jasper is going to do that, and also he's going to have like a look of intense concentration on his face as well. So, and I have to roll the stupid difficulty or setback die. So 1 moment.
So while that's happening, padded armor, anyone?
So he still succeeds. So remove 3 wounds and 2 strain.
Gotcha.
And that's for who?
That's for Tex, and then I'm going to roll for.
And we can roll.
I think I have a crit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll roll the crit first. And do you remember what difficulty that crit was?
What
What was the name of it?
It was
Was it slightly dazed?
It was the disorienting one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an average check.
Yeah.
So Jasper is going to attempt check against that.
I'll take the padded armor.
Okay. So
Okay,
Jasper
then
heals the crit, and do you have damage that he needs to try?
Yeah, I still have 7, so it's below half.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's his medicine check for this. So he can't do another medicine check right at this moment. But if you've got another stim pack, or no, actually, he's going to pull out some medical supplies that look kind of suspicious, but he's going to, he's going to try again. So
Jasper, using your stash on us? How touching.
So nothing happens.
I just had a nice drink of water or saline or whatever.
Yeah, so he jammed you with a stim pack, and you're like, must have been a dud.
All right. Anybody else? Wounds?
Nope.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Before I forget, can we all roll cooler discipline for our
Absolutely. Mhm.
posts?
You guys can always do that, pretty much, unless there's a situation where you can't. I'll let you guys know.
Oh, completely forgot I didn't have any strain. Oh wait, then I took some and then okay. Anyway.
Oh, whoops! That boost die should have been there.
He got more strain than he recovered.
Yeah, on the difficulty.
Hey,
Yeah,
I had to meditate really hard.
hey,
there were
Tom-
no failures on that, so let's just do the 2.
Hey, Tommy.
Uh-huh.
Just for future reference and all that kind of stuff, when you can only really do only one medical check per every 24 hours.
No, it's each character can receive one medicine check per encounter. If they fail on a critical check, they can't do another critical wound check for another week. I'm looking at the page right now. Like I always play a doctor, so
Okay.
yeah. So like it says right here, each character may only receive one medicine check each encounter. So it's all good. So I can do checks for everybody as he goes around and triages and whatnot.
Okay.
Well, then let's go ship hunting.
Hey, Balkan, how's that pack looking?
I don't know. I do have a mechanics tools. Does it look like I can fix it on the spot, or do I need like a workshop?
I'll say that you can try it, but since this is out in the field without like really good tools, I'm going to put 2 setback, and it's 3 difficulty 2 setback.
Can I also get a boost for the medic tool, right tool for the job?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm smart, but I'm more focused on computers than mechanics.
Oh, actually, and I'm going to boost that.
Okay, then I'm gonna boost mine. I'm gonna play like that. It's gonna be a Destiny point arms race.
You supposed to only do one.
Ah!
Someone had mentioned you can only do one at a time. I thought that too, but when I looked back over the rules, both the GM and the player can roll.
Okay.
As long as but
you don't apply it to the same thing.
Yeah, like he can't flip a Destiny point, and then I can't just flip it right back.
Right,
Well, no.
exactly. So if we get to the very end and there's only one left, we can't go back and forth like that.
Yeah, like if the GM right now flipped the light side point, we couldn't flip. Sorry. If we flipped the dark side point. Never mind. Yes,
Okay,
you're right.
We have this situation. If it was all dark and then he flipped it to a light, I can't just immediately flip it right back and then.
Right.
Correct.
All right. So we have 2 successes and a threat.
Okay, I'll just say you get a strain, but yeah, you get it back into working order.
Thanks, man. Let me get you a good drink.
Better be better than that Corellian whiskey, Will. Drink so much.
Yup, it's better. I hand him an unmarked glass of Corellian whiskey.
I take
This
one
is
sip and
this is the
recognize
good
it.
stuff. I brought this all the way back from Coronet City.
I'm so tempted just to splash this right on the jetpack and break it again.
All right, so as you guys follow the trail, you see a particular mesa that's quite larger than the rest off in the distance. And at this point, you guys can do I will say a 3 difficulty, but I'm going to boost it. A 3 difficulty knowledge underworld check.
Knowledge Underworld.
Or just underworld, sorry.
Okay.
Awesome.
Before we move on, I'm going to put on this padded armor I just got.
Okay.
So 3 difficulty, 1 upgrade.
Jeez.
Yes.
I used to be a cop, you guys. I probably know this.
Oh, hold on. I want to... Oh, okay. I wanted to perhaps give my advantages to a boost, but whatever.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what? We could have... Balkan doesn't have any skill in it, but he could have probably lended his intellect to someone with skill.
And Eric, you've got to roll too.
Yeah, I'm rolling now.
Wait, does he have any skill in Underworld before you roll?
Wow.
Apparently so.
We all
I do have 1.
Wow.
No,
All right,
it's
so
all
you guys
good.
don't know who these people are. You're like, oh, well, I have no idea. But yeah, it looks like there is a mesa that you can kind of see the signs of settlement there, but you're not familiar with this group. I mean, it's Ord Mantell. You guys aren't really that familiar with this place.
Could I perhaps pull out my data pad and do some research for maybe a harder education role?
I would say at this point, no. They're not going to be on an education roll.
They're really unknown. Which means they're nobodies.
Pretty
It
much.
should be easy.
Go
I
ahead.
bet
And
we
give,
can make friends with them.
go ahead and give him some more wine. I mean, some more.
Oh
beer,
yeah,
man.
break
I'm
out the
try to
whiskey.
sneak ahead and see if I can find anything out.
Okay, who was that?
Fen.
Okay, yeah. Fen. Oh, that's right, because you are the Bothan. So yeah, get to work. Are you doing like stealth?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say it is a 2 difficulty, but I'm going to boost that die.
Nice.
And I'm also going to upgrade that.
Okay.
Wait, shouldn't there be 3 now because you upgraded our underworld check?
No, that was from 2.
I've been keeping it's where it should be.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we were at 2, and then he used 1, and I used 1, so we're still at 2.
Oh, you turned the one on the farthest left when you did that.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Man,
So, well, they have a hostage now.
but I know everything!
So
So,
before this resolves, what are we seeing in here?
So you see a mesa
Right.
that is quite a bit larger from the rest, and
We're like on the ground looking up at this. So we're sort of
Yes.
seeing stuff around the
Yeah.
periphery. Gotcha.
yes, exactly. And so you can see signs of settlement,
Mhm.
but you don't actually see anybody. And Fen stealthily moved away from the group to get kind of a better handle on the situation. But before he knew it, something hard slammed to the back of his skull, knocked him out, and so Fen has been taken prisoner. And
Awesome.
people have been alerted to your approach.
I am so glad I came along on this.
Did we see Fen that happen to Fen? Like, were we chilling out, or did Fen sort of sneak off from us and say, "You guys, I got this," and we don't know where he is?
I definitely would have let you know, like, hey, I'm gonna go find out stuff here. Just hang back a minute.
You don't see him, but he doesn't come back.
All right, so I'll get it on the comm link and say, Fen, did you find anything?
Oh yeah, and when I left it was, if I don't come back in 15 minutes, send a Hawaiian pizza after me.
So
What's
as
a Hawaiian?
you call into the comm link, you hear this raspy female voice say, if you want this little dog to survive, you'll come without your weapons and we'll do business.
What's
Okay,
a
well,
dog?
then,
Canine.
Yeah, same question.
he has Fen, okay? She has Fen.
I know.
Oh,
No, I know, you know. I'm telling
Okay.
you, never mind. Sometimes the stupidity of your character confuses me.
I know, you know, I know, you know.
But does he know that I know that you know that he knows that I know?
And
Oh,
now
boy.
we're singing the Psych theme song.
Okay, so anyway, it's quite obvious at this point that Fen has been captured. We're obviously not going to just walk in there unarmed because we're not stupid.
What if we fly in there?
Yes, I was about to recommend that someone with good range on it with a gun should stay back and maybe count as a sniper support.
That
Dibs.
sounds like a good idea.
However, whoever serves as either diversion or true negotiator probably should go unarmed. But we need cover, so.
All right, so who's going to go unarmed into camp?
I can go in unarmed.
Okay.
I think.
Are you going to hide your saber on you, though?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, he's brave.
Barton
His
is gonna
ally
go
is the
with,
Force.
Not because he can negotiate, but because he can at least maybe identify stuff.
Okay. So 2 of you will go unarmed into the camp.
Yes.
I give my who else is coming in? I don't know everybody, so I guess
Balkan, me.
Balkan. What are
He's
you?
a little draw.
Yeah, I'm the smart guy, but don't trust me to talk.
Okay.
Can I go in
I'm not a good talker either.
and hide my blaster?
Wow. A lot of people going in.
Who's going in? Because we don't need everybody to go in.
I think it should just be Balkan and Hank for now.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
we can-
Hank and Balkan. And Fen
Okay.
is obviously inside already.
Yeah, but maybe he can negotiate for himself.
Okay, so the rest of you guys will hang back, and you guys approach.
Who's the guy that's carrying the scoped blaster rifle? Just for questions. I don't want it because pistols are awesome. But is there someone else, or was that Fen that had it?
No, I did not have it.
Thought the Wookiee did.
thought the Wookiee
Yeah. I was
Okay.
giving one to whoever wanted it, but I guess I picked it up if no one else did. So.
Yeah,
Cool.
you've got a long range attack now.
Then we
Yeah.
got two of us back here.
Well, my
Oh,
other
that's-
thing could do it too, but it's probably better.
Well, what about Torty?
Well, if it's scoped, you might have like an extra boost die or something.
Yeah,
just
scoped
for
means long
accuracy.
range is only 2
Yeah.
difficulty.
Yeah. I
Torty,
might.
what
I
do you
might.
I don't have any heavy skills, but I can take it.
Yeah, that might be good
Well-
because well.
So then all 3 of you guys, yeah. That
Okay,
is
well,
good.
hold on. If he, oh God, now I'm so confused. Okay, Tex is keeping his blaster, but Tex is keeping his pistol, but he can shoot at long range because of his
Yes.
skill, right?
I can shoot at extreme range.
Yeah, with
well,
his
we've already
skills.
seen that ability. Then the Wookiee has his own gun and the sniper rifle he took off the bounty hunter.
He's going to give the sniper rifle to Torty.
Okay, well, before he does that, does Torty have any social skills? Because that could probably be a lot useful meeting with the group instead of staying back as cover.
I do not.
Okay, then. So the only person who can talk is the person who got captured. Great.
I can talk. I've
have-
got social skills. I'm good with people.
Well, we've seen how well that worked already. I'd rather have you with a gun
Wait.
than with a mouth.
Time out. First of all. Yeah.
Balkan really approves at how far at the long range at which you shoot. He was impressed by that jetpack hit, but he was not impressed with how you've handled social situations thus far.
I made lots of friends.
You made one friend because you gave him a terrible whiskey. And he was,
I made no. Renzi is my friend.
Rancy wants to hop on something. I don't know what.
All right,
Still
so
counts.
moving forward, all right, so we have 2 people moving in, right, and 3 people
Yes,
that are staying
yeah.
behind.
Torty's a better shot than he is a better talker.
Okay, so as you approach the camp, armed guards come to flank both of you guys, and so it's 2 guards for each of you guys, and they check you for weapons. They're satisfied that you don't have weapons, and kind of prod you forward. There's actually, now that you're close enough to the mesa, you can actually see steps cut into the side. So as you go up the side, you see that it's actually a crater. So it's a sunken mesa, and inside is an entire base. So kind of a low-tech base, but you see a Y-wing, so matches the description of the ship that Renzi had. There's a crane that is lowered at the moment, but it's almost at the top of where the lip of the mesa is. And you see several other individuals inside of the crater, but some of them look more like technicians, not exactly combatants. But then you also see a large Twi'lek female that actually, I mean, she doesn't look like the usual Twi'lek dancer. She's got muscles. She looks pretty, gruff, and you can see her, basically making rude gestures towards the captive Fen. And close to her is an even more imposing fellow who is a very large Trandoshan. And he's kind of standing back, letting the Twi'lek interrogate Fen. So, as you approach, what do you say to these people?
Okay, well, first, before we talk, one, if it were possible, could the Y-wing immediately fly out of here?
No.
Is there anything blocking its way?
It doesn't look like, well, it's damaged. You can see that very clearly.
Okay. But if hypothetically it was fully functional, could it immediately fly out?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. And then 2, as we're walking up, I'm going to try and stealthily turn on my comm link to let the others overhear our conversation.
Okay.
And then does the not Jedi want to speak first, or should Balkan try and not shove his foot into his mouth?
No, he's not going to speak at all.
I
Okay,
assume
so
there's no real vantage point from which we could see inside there, is there?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Balkan's going to be like, oh, thank you, you found our friend. Fen, I told you not to go wandering in the desert, and look where that trouble ended us up in.
What are the codes to the ship's flight recorder?
Is that
Flight
them
recorder?
asking us, I assume?
Yes.
I just turn over to the Y-wing. I'm like, I've never seen this ship before. I mean, I was it over by that crash site? We were just looking around, and all of a sudden, bounty hunter showed up. Then you show up. Then our friend gets captured. Honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore.
So it looks like one of the technicians is like, there's some data on this that we can't access. He's actually talking to the Trandoshan and the Twi'lek. Surely, I mean, if these guys were here, there's no place civilized within like quite a ways. They're looking for this ship. This is probably their ship. They know how to access this data. How do we get into this data? What's on it?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, if you had a problem with are you trying to recover the flight recorder specifically, or just pull its data out of the computer? Walken's getting brainy.
We just want the data on this.
Well, if you're trying to pull it out of the computer, then believe me, I'm still on the issue of I don't know what this ship is. I just have experience with ships in general. If you're trying to pull it out of the computer, it's probably because the ship itself is damaged. The wiring may be crossed somewhere.
See, I told you that we could work out a nice arrangement. Everyone gets what they want.
So at this point, the Twi'lek looks at the Trandoshan. The Trandoshan looks back at her and says, one of you can help with the repairs on the ship, but the other 2 we're tying up.
That seems fair enough. I'm quite experienced with ships. Y-wings, well, not specifically in that subsect, should still follow the standard principles.
Listen, there's no need for harshness here. This is no way to start any sort of business partnership. We're not looking to run away. We're looking to do business here.
So the Trandoshan is like, and the Twi'lek says, state your terms.
Well, I'd be willing to help you fix the Y-wing if you were willing to let us go.
So I'll say roll a negotiation, charm, whichever you want to like tilt it towards, but it's going to be a 3 difficulty.
Oh God, Balkan should not have spoken up.
Are we working together on that?
You can.
Okay, so I've got decent charm, or wait, charm or negotiation at this point? I think negotiation.
It's up to you, because all Balkan can give you is a boost.
Okay.
Because he ain't got skill in any of that, let alone characteristic.
And you said it was a hard check?
Yeah. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh, did you already
Same.
roll? Is that?
I have not rolled yet. No,
okay.
that was the.
So
that
I'm
was
gonna
the
boost it up.
That
So
was-
Stealth roll.
2 purple, 1 red.
Okay, as am I.
Boost it right back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna do that anyway. So here goes nothing. Oh,
Whoa.
baby!
Whoa.
You can
So
have,
can we take the Y-wing too?
you can have anything you want.
Now listen. You get the data. We'll get the data. We can find a nice buyer for it. Split everything. It'll be fine. It'll be good. We all get money.
How much money?
Well,
really
we have to
depends
find
on
a
the
good
data,
buyer
doesn't
first.
it?
Depends on what's on the data, but depending on what's on there, we could all make a tidy profit.
You've got a triumph. I mean, you can just be like, I know a guy, and he'll give us 1 billion credits.
All right,
Yeah, that
so
double triumph has to be-
the Twi'lek and the Trandoshan step aside for a moment. They're just like, okay. Sure, we agree to your terms, but we want. Well, so how much do you think that you can get for this?
Well, the Y-wing in and of itself is worth something.
Tell you what, you keep all the Y-wing parts, all of that, and we'll get the data and we'll call it square.
I'll say with the triumphs that you got, they'll say like, yeah, and actually, one of the technicians is just like, no, I think that the data is more important. And the Twi'lek just kind of shuts him up and is like, if these guys clearly don't know what's on that, it could just be anything. Like, I don't understand why you thought that was so important anyway. So yeah, go ahead and take the flight recorder. We keep the ship. And Renzi is like overhearing this, and she's kind of like, oh, I want my ship, but damn it, yeah, flight recorder more important. Okay. So you can hear her kind of mumbling to herself over the comm link, but she's okay with the deal. Good roll, by the way.
Excellent roll.
Finally, after all of my despair.
But yeah, so they actually untie you, and the engineer is like really pissed off, but they're not paying attention to him, and so the Twi'lek actually pulls the flight recorder out of his hands, hands it to you, and is like, get a move on.
Good dealing with you, and if we have any other scrap around here, we'll be sure to swing your way.
All right, and actually, before you go, the Trandoshan introduces himself. His name is Yurok of the Sunken Crater Raiders, and his second in command is Gita Laroon. And so they introduce themselves, and you've got contacts now with this
Okay, never mind
kind
then.
of shoddy, criminal gang here. But yeah,
Excellent.
So
feel
I
like
guess we're not going to
Put them
try
into
and
the
rip them
chat.
off and take the Y-wing crew.
that's
Hey,
the
Balkan-
Y-wing wasn't really
Balkan was
important.
thinking after we won the flight recorder that he could be like, okay, you guys go along, but I'll stay here and fix it. When I fix it, I'm going to get in it and fly away.
Dave's still young.
They've got engineers to fix it. They just they couldn't hack into the data.
But are any of them genius draw?
Considering you have no support in terms of guns, I'm not sure you'd get out of there even if you could make it fly.
The Y-wing has guns.
They're not stupid. They're going to, I mean, if you work on it, they're going to make sure to disable the guns. But still, this is really good. You guys did a great job. So you've got the flight recorder, which is what Renzi really needed. So, I mean, I'm going to say, so for the person who did the triumph roll, it's up to you. What do you want to do? You were the one who got the triumph.
Yes.
So you've got it. You've got the flight recorder. You've negotiated successfully for them to keep the Y-wing. Are you guys going to go? Are you going to say let's go, let's get this flight recorder?
Yeah,
Because also remember, guys, she was shot down by TIE fighters. The Empire's looking for her. Bounty hunters have been looking for her. Time is of the essence. You have the ability to save some major time right now.
It sounds like he's telling us he wants us to go away now. But since he's a GM, we should do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I've definitely bid my farewell to them after having made having made a decent deal, and definitely getting more than 2,000 credits out of this if this was so valuable to the Alliance.
Well, without support, Balkan's going to go with, so his plan's out.
Balkan walks away, probably kicking the dirt, Grr.
Could have had a free Y-wing, but no. Give me that flight recorder. I'm gonna decrypt that shit.
Oh, what?
I'm at least gonna get
And
whatever's
also,
in
too,
here.
but don't think of it as a total loss, though, because had you taken the Y-wing, you have two, like, reasonably powerful contacts now. Had you taken the Y-wing, that would have disallowed those contacts. So you've got contacts, and when you have these contacts, you can definitely pull these into play later on. So.
Yeah.
And one broken Y-wing. Yay.
A Y-wing that the Empire wanted. So.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Anyway.
So cool. So you guys leave. They let you go. You reunite. Let everyone know what happened. Renzi grabs a flight recorder. She's like, "Oh, thank God!" And so he turns to you guys, and wow, someone's dog is going crazy, and says, "You have no idea how many lives you saved." And she now trusts you guys. So she says, you know, you already know she's a rebel agent, but she has codes on various Empire movements, various bases that she's scoped out with, you know, basically her spy work. And these are things that are absolutely vital to the Rebel Alliance. But as workers for the broker, who she is also familiar with, she actually, and she says, you know, you can't let my superiors know this, but I trust the broker. She allows you to make a copy of the data for the broker.
Excellent.
Now, how
Yes,
much
I
you
can
getting
fly
back
now,
from the
guys.
Sorry, somebody said something?
Yeah,
What?
sorry.
Oh, how much for getting you back to the rebellion alive? We've been.
Well, I mean, she only has
someone's
2,000
turned
credits,
sour.
but she just gave you data that the broker, who already had another mission for you guys, so this is going to be a big surprise for the broker that you pulled this information out of nowhere. So.
I think the broker's the one we should negotiate with, not her.
Exactly.
What information is on there? Do we know?
Yeah, so as she gives you over the data, so she's copying it over, it's exactly what she said, just troop movements, bases, and whatnot.
Oh,
So-
and before she leaves, Balkan's going to pull her over and say, make sure the higher-ups know that Balkan Oppen helped you on this mission.
All right, she says, absolutely. So... Yeah, I will say, I mean, this was like a pretty big coup for the rebellion. So go ahead and you get 5 extra duty.
Yes.
And, all right, so you guys basically, at this point, you get, as you're making your way back, you're halfway back, and you get a comm link from Jokin, who's flying the ship, and says, hey guys, the cargo has all been moved. We've got everything set to go, so we're ready for a pickup, or to pick you guys up if you're ready to go.
I'll say fly
Send
over
the
us and
coordinates
hover.
of where we dropped that big beastie. I say, pick us up here. We'll have something extra.
Okay, so he starts flying to that location. He'll rendezvous at that point, and you get to roll the percentage die. High roll, you keep it. Low roll, you don't.
That's a pretty high roll.
And it's there. Yep, it is there intact. It wasn't like torn apart by scavengers, and so you've got a captive Savrip.
Give me my surgical tools.
Extract the poison. I may have a buyer for it.
Yeah, that's
Don't hurt it!
I can.
Yeah,
extract
Jasper's
poison from
seriously
its
disturbed
claw.
by this because he's like, guys, I think these things are sentient creatures. So he's very
Not full. No, just a semi-sentient. Semi. Last time I checked, it was pretty
Sorry.
black and white here. But if you must know, I can at least extract the poison without killing it.
Jasper just shakes his head and walks off like, oh, I can't watch this. I can't bear to watch this. It's
Yeah,
butchery.
well, maybe you should get off the frickin' stems, pal, if we're going to be on the moral route here.
So at this point, as you guys are flying back to Coronet, Corellia, the broker contacts you. So well done with the arms shipment. And so I've heard through the grapevine that you guys got into a little dust-up
Yes, well,
It was
we
a
had a
desert.
little
There
bit-
was a lot of dust.
we had a little bit of a scuffle with a few, but we've acquired a few more associates and some very interesting data, which we think you might be interested, good sir.
Oh, really? Data from what source?
Let's just. Oh, out of character. Is this a secured sort of channel or something
Oh,
like
it's the
that?
broker's ship. Yeah, it's secure.
Okay. Well, we've found some Imperial troop movements from a explorer.
Not to mention data on some Imperial bases. In the right hands, it could be very useful.
Well done. Well done.
And I got a jetpack!
What?
Good for you.
There's
With a
complete
cookie.
silence over the comm link for a few seconds.
Send over a cookie for Tex.
And
I like cookies.
so the broker says, well, I'm definitely willing to pay well for that information. And so let's say, and also Renzi wants to be on your ship. She wants to get off the planet. You don't have to tell the broker about her. It's up to you. But she's on your ship, I assume, right?
I assume she wants to stay just long enough so she can get in Tex's pants.
Look, man, you went there fast. We're just
I'm
friends.
aware of how you humans procreate, or
I'm a Gran. What kind of racist are you?
I'm a draw. I don't see race beyond my own.
I have
species.
3 eyeballs! How did you not see that?
Have you
Calls
not
you a
met
human.
humans?
That's perfect.
I've not been on Coronet long enough to see three-eyed humans, but I know they're here.
I lived in Corellia!
Maybe you're one of the mutants and just don't know it yet.
All right, so Draw made a
Might be
major
true.
social faux
Have
pas.
any of you ever been to Malastare?
So yeah, we're not handing Renzi over to anyone else, but
Okay, so yeah, so Renzi pays each of you, so you get 2,000 credits from Renzi, and the broker offers for the data. He says if you can start to, well, we'll just skip ahead. We'll say that you're on Coronet. You hand over the data, or you let his droid M1, M3 scan it, and he is willing to pay you guys 3K credits for it.
Does this droid,
is that
like,
2,000 total and 3,000 total, or per PC?
Total, to be split
Oh.
amongst you guys.
That's a bunch of bull.
But you guys can always negotiate.
Oh, I'm sure this data is much more worthwhile. After all, we wouldn't want to have any sort of entanglements with these types. Being able to maneuver around, knowing where the hotspots are, is far more valuable than a.
Sure. Say what kind of role you want to do. What skill?
This is gonna be negotiation.
Okay. So you're going to negotiate against 2 red, 2 purple.
Okay.
Can you get a boost? Because I went like balking in the background, estimating how useful it would be to other parties.
Mhm.
The Huts alone have probably could rob half these places.
So another boost on that?
Sure.
Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. So you said daunting twice upgraded. So
Yeah,
each.
2 red, 2 purple.
Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, yes.
well done.
Okay. Well done. So he's going to kick that up. So it's going to be 4,000.
Ah!
The negotiator.
So
Screwing
6,000K
us over.
split between you guys.
Okay, so that's 1,000 each.
All right.
I can buy more whiskey.
I can keep my lab funding at minimal capacity.
Yay!
That Salonian is not going to be happy. I cannot afford her tab. Still haven't got her off the sauce.
All right, so good job, guys. In terms of XP, since you guys had the optional, and that was a completely optional encounter, Normally, I would have given 15 XP for that adventure, but with that optional encounter, including the extra Savrip, I'm going to bump it up to an extra 5, so that's 20 base XP. The way that I do roleplay XP, instead of it being a competition between everybody, when there's just good roleplay present in the party, you guys will get, everyone will get extra XP, and definitely some great roleplay from Tex. So you earn the team point of XP.
Go Tex.
I'm sorry for being obnoxious. I know that was obnoxious.
No.
Can
It's
we
good.
all get another XP for suffering, Tex?
Good try. Good try. Also, Tex gained everybody an XP for making an incredible shot at extreme range and taking that bounty hunter down. And not only taking the bounty hunter down, but, getting a friend out of that.
See,
And then-
social.
Yep. And then Fen, despite being captured, was able to do an incredible negotiations roll and completely avoided a combat that was about to happen at the Sunken Crater Raiders Freighter Trader Depot. And so you guys get another XP.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, you guys did a really good job.
So that's 23 total.
23 total. Yep.
20. Okay, gotcha.
And I'll even say this. I'll give you guys one more point if you can come up with something amongst yourselves that you think you could get one more point out of.
I pretty much showed up and got shot, so.
Yeah. The Wookiee built a rapport with the Drawl, saving him a few times, picking him up, punching the
Well, so
monster.
we brought what's her face off of the planet. Like she's buds with
there's
us
a
now
budding
too.
relationship there. Despite Vulcan's apparently species.
Okay,
blindness.
I'm kind of open to that. Anything else for this last point?
Well, I just like imagining that light show in the cantina brawl, but I understand that's totally not worth the point. It's like just
No, actually, no. I'll
right.
say that it's a rich tapestry. All these things together have melded into the form of an extra XP point.
All right.
So you guys get 24 XP for the adventure. Good job.
Awesome.
24? Okay.
Yep. All right, so well done for Rendezvous at Ord Mantell. Thank you guys for playing, and thanks for people who may be listening in later on. Fun adventure, and I'm going to cut the broadcast now, but if you guys can stick around just for a little bit, we'll just chat, but yeah.
Sure.